All aboard the Fandom Menace train. What is up, gentlemen? Everybody listening, welcome to the Boardroom Episode 2. The rise of the downfall of the reign of the force of awakening. Disney Star Wars sucks. Today I bring to you the one, the only, the Groove Venator, Adam from Raiders of the Lost Flicks. How are you doing, my man?
Ryan Johnson sucks. Like, share, subscribe.
And also, we have Pete, the Etep Wokuians, the place to be reviews. How are you doing?
I tell you what, I'd be doing a lot better if my 17-minute and 39-second gorgeously crafted Mandalorian video review would have been uploaded today. But because Disney has a stick up their ass, they blocked my video worldwide. Fuck off right now, Disney.
Oh no.
God damn it. And I didn't pay for your streaming service either. I got it free through my damn phone plan. Bastards.
Fuck.
Aside from that, I'm great.
I wonder how much dick the Verizon had to suck to get that deal.
Oof. They took a couple shots to the back of the throat that got them enough juice to get Disney
You've
Plus.
seen their representative. They've had this plan since day one, Holmes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Jeez. So they had that man. Oh boy.
Hi. Hey, Verizon. Open wide. Hope you got a good gag reflex.
I was watching a South Park episode, like the latest one, where they talk about China and Disney, and Mickey's points at the fucking, was it Stan's dad, and he's like, "Who the hell is this guy? Do I own him yet?"
I like the way we beat the shit out of, was it Joe Jonas? Put on the fucking purity ring. And he's just stomping the shit out of him. He said he didn't want to wear the purity ring. I can't even remember what episode it was.
Some Jonah's Brother one where all the girls are like losing it.
Yeah, it was probably like a couple of years ago. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched South Park in years, but
too fucking old for this shit.
They're like singing their songs, and the girls are like,
they're just like all falling out and shit.
Yeah, and then the songs are all about like abstinence and stuff.
Yes. Every song was about abstinence because they're pushing their purity rings.
Oh my god. Everybody go subscribe to the Place to Be Reviews and Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Also, please subscribe to 2 Cent Toys. Our other co-host Sal was not able to make it tonight, but he is in the chat, so go say hi to him. And everybody, again, subscribe to 2 Cent Toys.
He is here in spirit.
Hail Salvador.
Hail Salvador.
When you wish upon a Sal,
makes no difference who's your pal.
Your turn, madam.
I know. We're singing a fucking Disney song right now. We're gonna hit with a fucking
the Groovinator. Keep it going.
There's already like a red laser dot on my chest.
I'm not Sal. I can't close it out like that.
I'm gonna get hit with a fucking drone strike because we were singing that now. Disney sending the fucking drones.
He was singing our song. The drones.
They're gonna be little Mickey Mouse head shaped drones too.
They just do that Mickey laugh. Like, seriously, I get angry. I'm gonna get angry if my kid wants to watch like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse in the morning before school tomorrow. I'll be like, we're watching that shit. Fuck you, Mickey. I'm gonna beat the TV up. I'm gonna take his little stuffed Mickey Mouse because you got like people bought him like them stuffed Mickey Mouses. It costs like $97.95. I'm gonna take one of them off his bed and just beat the fuck out of it with my bat tomorrow when he's in school. But you little motherfucking mouse. It's therapeutic.
No, not the nuts.
It's therapeutic. I swear to God, I don't have anger issues.
Oh, well, speaking of anger issues, we're going to start this whole shindig off with Raiders of the Lost Flicks' segment on what do you want to talk about again? There's a director that I think you like, or that we all like in the Fandom Menace collectively.
Yeah,
it's
I got the share right up, ready to go. You have to add that to stream. You have to add it to the stream, bro.
I'm drinking my
There you
beer.
go.
Calm down.
Right on. Calm down. Hold my
This
beer.
video that I made today that nobody watched, and it's a shame because I think I made some pretty good points, but because people on my channel for whatever reason just don't give a shit about Star Wars. It's just not my audience. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything to me. I used to worship Star Wars like a religion, like the rest of you awesome fools.
It means everything to me.
It does mean everything to me, and it's a shame watching it crap all. But the problem is Rian Johnson. It's not so much that he made a bad movie; it's just that he comes off in the media like this smug bastard, and it frustrates me to no end. Rian Johnson drops F-bomb over Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Hate. Now, before I get into this, let me preface this by this guy right here, Adam Holmes. This guy is a fool, all right? And if you look him up, he looks like your typical Ethan Van Sciver drawing of what these types of people look like. You know, you got the big Coke bottle glasses and the 5 o'clock shadow, and you know, looks like he sat on a porcupine for lunch. So anyways, say what you will about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, it remains a popular subject among Star Wars fans nearly 2 years after its release due to its polarizing reception. You don't have to look hard to find folks who, to put it as delicately as possible, do not care for it whatsoever. But director Rian Johnson has taken the criticism in stride. He recently hit back against those who dislike The Last Jedi simply due to its diversity, complete with an F-bomb in his words. In my best Rian Johnson impression. If somebody's responding to diversity negatively, fuck them. If anyone didn't like the movie, I'm not saying that's why they didn't like it. It wasn't surprising at all to me. I grew up as a Star Wars fan, and I grew up. I was in my 20s when the prequels came out, and this whole idea that it's all been sunshine and roses, and suddenly everybody's yelling at each other is baffling to me. Now, just so it's clear, the above comment that Rian Johnson gave while speaking at a Wired live event via comicbook.com, alongside Chris Evans to promote Knives Out, is not directed towards people who dislike The Last Jedi for narrative reasons. Johnson has countered against those kind of critiques before and will probably do so again. In this instance, he's focusing on people who, as he put it, whine about, quote, SJWs and take this issue with the movie having women and people of color in lead roles. It seems reasonable to include an F-bomb when addressing that. Look, when you write an article, you don't justify, well, it seems perfectly reasonable that somebody said, fuck the fans, but I digress. Furthermore, Rian Johnson addressed the idea that it's only been under the Disney regime that the Star Wars franchise has fallen into disarray, remembering how a lot of people responded to the prequel movies when they came out from 1999 to 2005. The prequel trilogy has definitely been looked at in kinder light in recent years, and you're welcome to prefer that trilogy to the sequel trilogy. Nevertheless, Johnson is correct that episodes 1 through 3 also received a lot of criticism, and to say that they didn't is spouting revisionist history.
Yeah, no shit.
Rich.
Yeah.
All this being said, Rian Johnson also acknowledged that people who care about Star Wars all have, quote, slightly different version of what they think the franchise is, as he sees it. Part of fun with Star Wars is arguing about it with friends. But there's a difference between having an opinion on the narrative direction a Star Wars movie should take and simply hating on it because of how the lead actors look. However you feel about Star Wars: The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson's time in the Star Wars universe might not be done just yet. Granted, it might not be as sure a thing as it once was believed to be, but for the last 2 years, he's been attached to develop a new trilogy of Star Wars movies. Perhaps now that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss have extended the franchise, or have exited the franchise, that'll pave the way to getting Johnson's trilogy off the ground. The Soy Walker saga will continue when Star Wars: The Rise of Soy Walker is released in theaters on December 20th. So could this guy possibly toe the line any farther than that? This is Shilly McShillington here.
He's towing more than just the line.
This guy, and the thing is this is just the beginning of what's going to surface. Rian Johnson's got a new movie coming out next week. He's got Knives Out, and he can't keep his mouth shut when it comes to the press. And he uses the press to his advantage. He likes to use press to pop, send, to pop off to the fans. And this trilogy that they keep talking about here, it ain't happening.
No.
There's not even so much as concept art for it. You're just going to authorize a whole trilogy up front in advance without seeing how the previous movie did. And you've already, the movie wasn't even in the theater when they don't. This was probably not even a handshake. She's probably like, yeah, sure, you can do some more movies for me. Unless something's inked in contract, it ain't happening.
No, he's not going to have that damn trilogy. And I made a video last week. You guys can watch it if you want. But Ryan Johnson, dude, you're not getting that fucking trilogy. And if Disney is smart, which all things considering, they're pretty smart. They get away with a lot. Plus, that Disney Plus thing that just came out. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that Disney Plus.
You mean the thing that absolutely everybody's watching right now instead of the stream?
What is this Disney Plus you speak of?
Disney Plus. Disney Plus.
Disney minus is when they release a Star Wars movie.
Oh, Ryan Johnson is not getting a trilogy. Ryan Johnson is not getting. The only thing I can see him doing is if by him getting a trilogy, I think they might let him probably write a couple episodes of The Mandalorian, 3. So that would be his trilogy. No, but in all seriousness, this dude ain't getting a trilogy. If he did it, they'd probably make Disney Plus movies.
Well, I said this last week. I said, hey, quote me on this, but Ryan Johnson guarantee you when they release who's going to be directing these movies, or I mean the episodes of The Mandalorian, Ryan Johnson's going to have a credit on there. Just watch.
Just wait for the one episode that goes nowhere.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me is we can expect Ryan Johnson to say something stupid, but what frustrates me the most is the writer of this article. And usually I like Cinna, I'll read them and I'll quote them a lot. But the fact that this is still coming out, how many years has it been since The Last Jedi? Almost 3 now, right?
Yeah.
We're approaching 3 years.
2 years.
Of this same bullshit narrative. There's a difference between having an opinion on the narrative direction a Star Wars movie should take and simply hating on it because of how the lead actors look. They still fucking believe that we hate this movie because it has a woman as a lead and people of a color as lead. I hate saying that term, people of color, but that's what we use now. And it's stupid, but that's what they say. They still believe this. Now, I know that there's a lot of people within the fandom menace that probably do think this way. I'm not naming any names. I don't know anybody specifically, but I know that they are there. Maybe they come out front about it. Maybe they don't. Maybe they let something slip. But not everybody has a problem with The Last Jedi because of its leads or its actors, because everybody, and I mean fucking everybody, went out and saw The Force Awakens.
Yeah, everyone and their mom wasted money on that movie.
Everybody went and saw it twice at least.
I didn't. I literally did not. And
You're one of a select few rare breed. Don't you ever change, brother.
The Last Jedi was the first Star Wars movie I'd seen in the theater since Return of the Jedi. Or I'm sorry, since the prequels, not Return of the Jedi, since the prequels.
I was about to say it's been since the 80s since you saw.
No, I went to see the prequels, but that was what 2005 was when Revenge of the Sith came out. So I was like, I didn't go to see Rogue One, I didn't go to see Force Awakens, and then I get dragged to Last Jedi, and it's it almost made me want to rip the movie screen in half.
I get so tired of this narrative though, guys. It's constantly it's well, you don't it leads me to think that maybe they just make movies with these people in the movies as some sort of built-in defense behind not being able to come up with an original story. And I'm sorry, but if you want to hide your movie underneath identity politics, it doesn't make your movie critic proof. As long as you're asking people to go into a theater and spend $15 or whatever on a fucking movie ticket, you're subject to criticism. That's how the world works. You can pretend like this stuff doesn't exist, but the point is Ryan Johnson made his own movie within something else that was built by somebody else and completely ignoring what came before it, not worrying about what came after it, and trying to make his own thing within something else. And every single time this happens, we have failures. We just recently did it with the Terminator. They wanted to go in and take everything that came before it and throw it out the window and start over and start fresh. The thing is if you're going to constantly keep using this brand loyalty thing, if you want to keep going into somebody else's universe and making your own thing, it doesn't work that way. People want more of what they love. They don't want your version of what you think that they should love.
The age-old phrase, if you ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
And if anyone's going to terminate somebody, it's going to be Darth Vader's disembodied charged phallus with this comment.
Thank you for
I'll silence Ryan
waiting.
Johnson. I like to keep Padme quiet as well. Ryan Johnson likes this Johnson.
Hail Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus.
Hail. But yeah, this is just,
I love it.
We're going to hear a lot more from this buffoon in times to come. And you know, I'm going to go ahead and make a shameless plug right here. MJ from your show, Pete, is going to go see this movie, and I'm excited to see what she thinks about it, because she's going. There's no way I could go see his Knives Out movie.
No,
because I can't stand this guy. Because every time he opens his mouth, he angers me. You know, it's just his voice, that annoying smirk on his face.
Oh, he's such a smug
bastard that he is. I can't stand him.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really take just this article to make me angry. I know what kind of a person he is. I have him figured out. You know, he's gotten away with too much. He knows what he can get away with, and he always just like dances so close to the edge that he might fall over, but he knows exactly what he can and can't get away with, and he hides behind these social politics. Why do you think the first thing he said, the question was, you know, he was asked about people who liked The Last Jedi. The first thing that comes out of his mouth is someone's responding to diversity negatively. Fuck them. All right.
Yep.
Diversity is not the problem. It's when you replace character development with diversity. When you just have diversity in a movie for diversity's sake.
So do you want to hear real quick a little side story about when all this diversity stuff strikes back? So nobody has any issues when they swap race swap white characters and they change them into marginalized POC characters, right? Nobody has issues with that.
No,
absolutely nobody. Of course,
nobody.
Yeah.
So they're doing this on Batwoman. They're making Alfred Pennyworth's daughter, I think it's Julia. Now in the comics, the New 52, she is African American, part because she's Alfred's daughter, she's part African American. In the show now, she's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white lady. So Princess Weeks on the
new Batwomen.
Yes.
Wow.
So Princess Weeks of the Mary Sue wrote an article. I'm doing a video on this later tonight about this and how pissed off she was. That she said it made her eyeball twitch. I'm like, no, bitch, that's because you got Forrest Whitaker eye. It's on set. It's on set Forrest Whitaker eye. But so this struck back. You know what I mean? That they flopped a African American character and made her white. So now the shoe is on the other foot. And that this diversity is not so good, apparently.
I'm glad they're getting the backlash. But what I was going to get at, though, is MJ is going to go see the movie as a person that just wants to see a movie, and she's going to judge it as somebody that's not as invested in Star Wars as we are. Because I'm being honest with you guys, I don't have enough maturity to be able to go and pay money and sit in a Ryan Johnson movie ever again, ever.
Because him and Chris Evans think this exact same way.
Exactly.
Because Chris Evans.
Oh, when he opens his mouth too, he's another one of those smug assholes.
Yep, I love him as Captain America, but outside of that, dude, fuck you, Chris Evans. You're just a whiny little bitch. That's what he is, man. He's a smug asshole.
We're kind of making it this thing now that all of us, this little circle that we're building here, we all have to see at least one terrible movie a year. Like one thing that we dread. Like you're going to go see Charlie's Angels this weekend.
Saturday night, I'm going to see Charlie's Angels.
MJ asked me, she said, "Hey, would seeing Knives Out count? Is my bad movie of the year?" And I'm like, "Hell's to the yeah."
Yeah, we're like,
none of us going to be able to go see that. So
she deserves a fucking Congressional Medal of Honor for that shit.
Into that shit. So she'll be reviewing that on your channel, either on my channel or your channel, whichever happens first.
Who's seeing Cats?
Oh,
I don't think we have a volunteer for cats.
Sal's gotta go. Sal's gotta go.
Sal,
See
you gotta
Now
go.
you gotta go see cats, buddy. You gotta
I'm
go
si-
see cats.
I'm
You gotta
seeing the
go
Rise
see
of Skywalker.
I was me too, Cody.
Well,
Yeah, we're both seeing the Rise of
Yep.
Skywalker.
You guys
so
are already seeing Rise of Skywalker. As far as I'm concerned, that counts. You know,
Okay, so
I'm fine with it.
half the boardroom seeing it for sure.
You're going so
Yep.
I don't have to. You know,
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
not. And also, you know, she said she has a movie pass. I would have one if I would lived just a little bit closer to a
Yeah.
movie theater than I do.
I'd have one if they didn't go bankrupt.
I mean, I don't mind seeing a bad movie. I'll sit through a bad movie because sometimes you'll think something's bad, and then you'll watch it, and be like, you know, that actually was pretty fucking dope. You know, like I actually enjoyed that movie. You'd be surprised sometimes, but sometimes you see the trailer and you have it all figured out, and then you sit down and you watch it unfold exactly like what you thought it would be in your head, which was my case with the Terminator, Dark Fate. It was exactly what I thought it would be.
Dark
I actually
Fate.
was, when I was watching, I was actually looking for something good in it. You know, it's like there has to be something in here that's okay. I'm like, all right, well, maybe that's all right. Maybe that's all right. No, nothing else.
They're already worried about Joker hurting Charlie's Angels at the box office this week, and I was like,
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that
Joker's been out
amazing?
for a month.
It's been out
been
for a
out for a-
month, and it's probably going to knock out Charlie's Angels.
Yep.
Well,
Well,
that'll be a story, and we're going to cover it.
I guarantee you, Charlie's Angels will open and be about as successful as probably what we talking about that movie, The Kitchen, which ironically stars Melissa McCarthy.
I don't think it could be as bad as that, because the one thing you got going for you, Pete, is at least you're seeing a movie that doesn't have Melissa McCarthy in it. Because I swear to God, the last 5 or 6 movies that she's been in have bombed
Yep.
to the Stone Age.
And the cast of my movie is much more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Like, I'm sorry, but Naomi Scott and that French girl, Elizabeth Banks, even Kristen Stewart in the wig is passable. It's when she takes the wig off and she's got that Justin Bieber Captain Marvel comic book haircut that kind of like, eh. But no, I
She plays dress up the whole movie.
I know. Oh, Salvador's got to go. He's got to get for work. Hey.
Bye, Sal.
Good night, brother.
On the next
Later,
one, brother.
Yep, we'll catch you, and he's going to catch us on the replay. Go subscribe to 2 Cents Toys right now.
Do it now.
Do it. Come on.
But I was, bad movie shit, and you're talking about go see. I would go now. Hear me out. I would go see Cats if I ate a couple edibles and just had to sit there and probably giggle through that motherfucker. But the problem is, I would want to I would want to act like I was like 20 again and like do mushrooms and then watch Cats, because
At some point,
I think seeing Rebel Wilson on shrooms would freak me, in a fucking CGI cat suit would probably make me like scream.
That whole movie looks like it was made on shrooms, dude.
Oh God, that's like I said. I never wanted to see Jason Derulo or Idris Elba as a cat.
No, it's really bad. It's really bad, and it's very off-putting. And thinking how much they invested in it. But to be serious, if my channel was a little bit bigger and I had income from it, or if people pay, like some of the bigger movie guys, they don't pay for those tickets, or if they do, or maybe they do have Movie Pass. I would like to get to a point where I go see every movie and I review it.
Absolutely.
I'm working towards that goal. I would even go see the shitty ones. But right now, with a little bit of money that I have, I'm cherry picking these motherfuckers. Like I'll see because of our little thing, which is kind of like Seinfeld's The Bet. It's like
it is.
We have to go see one crappy movie and
the contest. The contest.
The contest. So we have our own contest. We see that one bad movie. That's all we can afford. I mean, we're paying for those out of our pockets.
Yeah.
We don't have a free pass, So, but I would like to get to that point where I see absolutely every movie and try to go in with an unbiased opinion. Rian Johnson's movie, however, Knives Out, which is inspired by the hatred that he's had from the Star Wars fans. No, don't want to go see that. Don't want to support it. Don't want to give it a fucking dime. I can't do it. I cannot force myself to go and sit down and watch it like an adult.
Look at who the other nutcases in that movie. Michael Shannon. He's fucking insane.
I like him though.
I do. He's a good actor, but outside of his acting, he's like Chris Evans. He's fucking insane.
Oh yeah.
What's the other one? Daniel Craig is just like a cuck. I'm sorry.
I don't give a shit about him.
Who's the blonde haired?
Hashtag not my Bond.
Who's the bleached blonde haired chick whose skin looks like a wallet?
The older one, Toni Collette. Isn't that
Yeah.
Tony? Yeah, Tony Collette.
She was in Shaft, the remake.
She was in a TV show I was watching a couple seasons
She
ago.
was in that
She was an HBO show too.
that other movie that came out, Hereditary. Wasn't she in that?
I think so. I never saw it, but I think she was in it. I'm pretty sure she was in it. But yeah, it's got a bunch of fucking whack jobs in the cast. You know, they're all Ryan Johnson type people that like outside.
Oh,
of their
sure,
film
they're all
roles-
his toadies. They probably
yeah.
all met at the same luncheon. They're all sitting
Yep.
around patting each other on the back and demonstrating how woke they were, because that's what
Smelling
they do
each
at
other's
parties now.
farts.
Smelling each other's farts and congratulating each other for making the world so much a better place because we're in it and we're demonstrating how woke we are. They probably all came up with the idea to do this movie.
Mhm.
He probably pitched and said, so I'm working on this movie. Would you guys show up if I start filming this movie? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
We prepared for this movie by playing the board game Clue. Have you
Yeah,
guys heard of it? It is a fantastic board game.
yeah. He basically just did.
And I can tell you this from firsthand experience that Ryan Johnson, he won every single game. That shows how much of a genius he is. So people that don't like Star Wars, you're so fucking stupid.
I just can't do it. I can't. I just one guy. I can't go in watching it knowing that I'm watching a movie that was written and directed by a guy that destroyed an unsinkable franchise with one film, and then made it worse and kept constantly twisting that knife even more with all of his backhanded insults and his bullshit and
No pun intended.
Yeah.
God.
And hence the title of the movie, Knives Out.
Knives Out.
Oh,
Hello.
hey. Hi, Monica. Bye, Monica.
Really, MJ? Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
Hi, bye.
Man.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
she came in to like and check in, and that's all.
Hi, bye from the other side.
We at the boardroom would like to thank you for watching us. We realize that there's a lot of entertainment that you could be watching right now, but the fact that you're watching us live right now means so much to us. And we compete for your entertainment, and we appreciate your viewership.
Absolutely.
Yes, we love you all. Thank
We
you
love
very
you
much for
all.
tuning in.
No Knives Out for you. You guys
No.
are superheroes.
Yeah, you don't have to go see that garbage.
No,
Knives
I'm not
in.
seeing it.
Monica's gonna suffer for your sins there. She's gonna go watch.
MJ's
Knives
going to
Out.
watch it. I'm looking forward to her review. And you know what? If she likes the movie, cool.
Yep.
Well, at least we know that the guy has the ability to come up with something that isn't complete shit. Because
Here's the thing. She'll probably hate it because she hates Captain Marvel.
I don't know. I mean, she's not in it, so but I mean, I didn't see Looper. My dad saw that one,
Oh,
and I asked him what he thought of it, and he had that frustrated look on his face. I'm like, say no more. I get it.
It just kind of, you're just watching.
He was confused.
What?
Yeah, he watched it really confused. It's like this. The same time I watched him watch The Big Lebowski for the first time, he had that same look on his face.
I love The Big Lebowski.
A lot of people do. That's just one of those ones where I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not in on the joke. I guess I never did enough drugs to understand it. No.
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying. I understand the movie.
Yeah,
and I guess
if you're on the right combination of substances, you find more underneath the layer there than what I see. All I see is a movie that's like, what the fuck did I just watch? That's all I ever get out of it. So that's one of those where I'm like the dude at from Mallrats, where he's staring at the painting. I'm that guy. I've seen The Big Lebowski like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, what do people see in this? I don't fucking get it. I'm like, what is even going on right now?
It's Gutter Balls. Gutter Balls with Jackie Treehorn. I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in.
That was Kenny Rogers.
But it was the Gutter Balls sequence, the porn movie he was making.
Yeah,
in the dream sequence with the dude, because the producer's name was Jackie Treehorn.
Oh, God.
Jackie Treehorn Productions presents Gutter Balls. Yep, and then they use what condition my condition was in. I I see that because that
like
movie
I said,
came out
I
in
guess I wasn't
98.
doing the right amount of
Oh,
drugs,
I loved
dude.
it. I
So
love that
just
movie. I went
wasn't
to the
doing it
theater.
anymore.
I was like 19 when that came out, and I went to the theater and watched it with a bunch of my friends. They went to CMU, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, it was a fun night. But yeah, that movie is great. I had to go watch it again so I could comprehend it more.
And I'm not saying like every single comedy out there has to make complete sense, because there's this Blu-ray that I have behind me on the shelf that I can't talk enough love about it. I got this movie called John Dies at the End, and that movie is fucking nonsense, and I absolutely adore the shit out of it. Like I every time I watch it, I pick up different things, and it goes in different places for me. So I'm not saying everything has to be like deeply structured and Hollywoodified and everything, because that movie's a cult movie too, and it's batshit crazy. But if I was to put it on and play it for people, and they said I don't like that, I wouldn't like fault them for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, that's just like one of my hidden gems I found out was on Disney Plus. It's there's actually two of them, and they're absolutely, one of them was a pilot for a TV show that failed, so Disney made it a TV movie. It's called Fuzz Bucket, and you'll have to look it up. It's a
something
terrifying.
that else I
puppet.
found was strange today, Pete, is my internet was crashing today. Do you suppose that's because all these people are logged into Disney plus today?
There's been the reports of that happening, so it could be because everybody's jumping on there once. Like Disney didn't know this was going to happen. Like you're offering a year.
Dude, that's
free.
like the oldest. That's the oldest fucking saying in the book. Do you play video? Well, you're kind of behind a couple generations of systems.
Yeah.
Cody,
Oh, yeah.
you play video games?
Yes.
How many times have you heard we didn't expect this many people would be in the servers and the servers were crashing?
Yep.
Every time there's a good video game release, that's online.
Every single video game that's ever come out, they hype it, dump all the money into the marketing, servers crash on day one. Every fucking game that's ever been released. It's gotten to the point to where I just don't buy release games anymore. I get them later.
I haven't bought one in a long time. I play Fortnite a lot. Yeah. I get it, people. Fortnite's dead. It's still fucking fun. Shut up.
If you're enjoying it, it's all that matters. I mean, I know a bunch of people still play Destiny,
But people, man, they're on Fortnite all the time, and that's a free game that's been on.
It's free,
on for a long time now.
Yeah.
So, and it happens sometimes. Sometimes they have an update, and there's a shit ton of people on there, and it slows down. So
another thing I started doing too, and I've been very disciplined about it this year. I don't buy as many games as I used to because I YouTube now. I got no fucking free time. But also, don't buy a game on release date because Black Friday that shit goes down right then and there. Usually they drop that shit down to like $30 sometimes. You get that shit for like half price. Games that just came out. So I won't buy a single game until after Black Friday, so I see if it's going to go on sale or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember when Dishonored came out for the Xbox 360.
Oh, especially anything published by Bethesda, man. Like they have like kick-ass sales sometimes. Like the same company puts out Doom and Wolfenstein. Fucking love those games. Oh,
Wolfenstein, I remember playing that.
Dude, first-person shooters are my jam, I fucking love the shit out of them. I didn't buy Call of Duty this year because I'm just burnt out on it, but I
heard that one was awesome.
There's another one called The Outer Worlds that I want to get my grubby little hands on, and I'm waiting until Black Friday to see if that's one of the ones that'll go down in price. So if not, then we'll know. But it's whatever. But yeah, that's every single excuse, every single game that launches. Oh, well, we underestimated the amount of people. You wanted everybody in the world to play your game on day one. You need to make sure that your servers will handle all of the traffic that you're steering towards your service. They don't do that. No, Disney wants the servers to crash so they can brag about how many people are watching it. That's what the fuck it is. That's what's up. At least that's my theory, anyway.
I could believe that. I mean, but like I said, they gave away a year, a year free, and then everybody has been anticipating this Mandalorian show for how long now? And
about a good year at least, man.
Yeah. So they to say that they weren't prepared is absolutely
bullshit,
utterly ridiculous, and it's bullshit. They're blowing smoke up our asses. Don't they say, don't spit up my ass and tell me it's raining. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous, man.
It takes a lot of skill.
Trust me, it's You couldn't even fit a Womp Rat in there. I'm not Richard Gere. I'm not Richard Gere.
How much you guys want to bet? We're gonna make bets right here. Okay. How long do you think it's going to take before Disney raised the prices of Disney Plus?
About 2 months.
I think I don't think it'll go up until
Either that or they'll do like a tiered fucking thing like Hulu does.
I think they'll do that when they start the Marvel shows start hitting.
Yeah. When do you think when's that going to be?
The first one debuts, I want to say it's next spring, shortly, either right before or right after Black Widow's release. I think I'm not
specific.
I'm not sure, but I think
so
that's
what put you down for 5 or 6 months.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
I'd say 6 months.
I'm gonna say after Christmas. So
wow, that's quick.
About 2 months or so.
Yeah, people be fucking raging across the USA, but everybody be like, okay, it is Disney. That's the other thing, man. If you notice how many Disney apologists there are,
yep,
fucking sycophants that just constantly. I've been getting that with every single video that I've done on anything Disney streaming. If it's a negative, I get a couple of thumbs down. There's always at least one buffoon on there that's like, well, it's Disney, dude, you know, or just some stupid thing like that. Like, they need your defense. A company that big needs anybody's individual defense. It's like you're beating up on their dad or something, you know?
Oh yeah, they get salty. Well,
right?
it's like talking about The Last Jedi. It's like that thread I was telling you about the other day where I just got attacked. I'm like, are you really dying on this hill? This is really the hill you want to die on.
Yeah, I always say that all the time. Like, this is the hill you want to die on?
Like, this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that doesn't give two shits and a fuck about you.
No, they never have, they never will.
And you're gonna sit here and cry and whine and say I'm a man baby and I'm a troll just because I don't like a movie that was horrible. Really? Yeah, really. Oh, dude, I had one of those guys comment on one of my my videos, say the one about episode 9 that talks about Palpatine being alive. So this guy says on there, he goes, get the fuck out of here, you asshole, or something like that to me, like was the first thing he said. Nice. I'm like, well, that's how you start a rational conversation as an adult.
You're right when people are like screaming at you.
Yep. So I got him back.
He's got a point there. Truth hurts. People don't like them truth bombs.
I used one of his own lines. I said, oh, look what we have here. It's our first piss baby of the day.
The piss baby.
Yep. I was like, oh god, I should have followed it up by saying, oh, are you just over there shitting your pants because I'm not a Disney sycophant, or you know, it's so, these people are ridiculous, man. It's
that's the problem, man, is you can't apply logic to any of these kind of arguments. All you do is wind up getting hurt.
I've never wanted to like call somebody like a fucking incel or some, you know, a basement dweller because they like a certain movie. I'm just like, oh, well, if I don't like the movie, we can talk about why you like it and why I don't. You know, I'm not going to try to win you over. You know, I mean, it's you know, that's your opinion and everybody's entitled to that. But apparently not when it comes to Star Wars. If you don't just lap up everything that they, you know, slop out into your trough, then you're just a fucking man baby and a Russian bot and an incel and alt-right.
True.
I got called alt-right the other day too, which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's the same shit, man. I just get so tired of that. You're never going to get any. That's why that whole the gray water thing or gray floor,
the gray order
thing,
the
was going to fall.
fluoride.
There's no way something like that's going to work because there's still a large population of idiots out there that believe the people that don't like Disney Star Wars are some kind of like insidious group of people that just hate it because it's progressive. It's not progressive. It's dumb. It's badly written. All right. And the things that you're trying, it's especially like with Rian Johnson, the things that he's trying to supposedly, I'm so confused.
I heard Def Leppard. I'm like, wait, what?
Is that what it was? Okay, yeah. The things that he thinks are important, like he just he goes directly to that offense, like he defaults to that. Like, oh well, if it's diversity, fuck him, you know.
Yep.
So obviously, I mean, he just admitted in that article that he wrote that for the sake of diversity, so that he can impress his friends.
Yep.
and show them how woke he is.
Look at how woke I am. I'm so fucking woke. I just cured narcolepsy.
Because remember when Kathleen Kennedy was like, "Oh, he can really write women very well."
Oh, that's just like Paul Feig.
That was her priority. Yeah.
Yep. That's just like Paul Feig.
Paul Feig and what's her name? Amy Pascal.
Yep. And Paul Feig is an admitted male feminist. Like, he has no idea how to write male characters. He doesn't. And
I don't even think he knows what a male is, dude.
Which is weird because he did a lot of good episodes of The Office.
Oh, he directed that?
He didn't direct, but he wrote. He had a lot of writing and producing credits on those.
That I did not know.
Yes. Oh, yes, indeed, he did.
I'll take How to Write a Movie Poorly for $500, Alex.
Right?
Yep. But no, man, he doesn't. Ryan Johnson's the same way. Ryan Johnson, like you said, all they want to do is he wants to sit back and look at how woke he is. And like you said, just it's virtue signaling. That's all it is. It's
like I said before. It's activism is the new black. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's trendy. It's what they like to do, and they like to demonstrate.
Racist, Adam.
Yeah. Well, okay. Activism is the new pink. You know. I mean, it's demonstrating in front of their friends. It's projecting is what it is. It's doing things to gain people's attention. You know, you're vying for you want to get on a soapbox and pat yourself on the back for something. You want to do that so that you can feel better about yourself because you know deep down you're a shithead.
Mm-hmm.
Takes some damn good skill to ruin, like you said. I think Pete, you said it earlier, to sink an unsinkable franchise.
The unsinkable franchise. You somehow found a way. It's like Ian Malcolm said, it's like life finds a way. Well, Ryan Johnson found a way to just really fuck this thing up because he just decided, I don't want to have to deal with the pressure of what I've been given. So I will just ignore everything that comes after, ignore everything that comes before, and do my own movie in the middle of this gigantimous franchise.
Yep.
And that's why these things aren't working. It's like people, they want that brand recognition, but they don't want to respect the playground that they're wanting to play in. And then when these things don't work, then they just pull out the scapegoat. And the usual go-to thing is, well, they didn't like it because they didn't like how progressive it was.
Yeah.
And bullshit. Like we were saying, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I was done.
I don't know. What I was saying is like, it's crazy to see how much quote unquote success The Last Jedi was, but in reality it really wasn't. But here we are, we're talking about how bad it was. It's like
Captain Marvel all over again. You had a pre-established audience, like everybody, at least me anyway. I'm one of the people that liked The Force Awakens, and I was anxious to see where it was going to go because I figured, okay, if it's anything like the original trilogy, the first one's awesome, but the second one's where it's really at. So I had high expectations going into it.
And it makes no sense.
No, like the trailer made more sense than the movie because I didn't dislike the trailers, but once I found out what it was really about, I'm like, oh wow.
Oh yeah, and it makes no sense. Like they say, The Last Jedi is a masterpiece, or it was a groundbreaking movie for the Star Wars franchise.
No,
you see all these people, you see everybody bitching, including us, about how bad it was. You can even go on different websites and it'll show you how much people hate this movie. You'll go on different Facebook comments. You'll see it from regular people commenting on comic book news or cosmic book news articles about The Last Jedi, and just everyday, just normal people, all three of us, say how bad the movie is.
He still thinks that he made a masterpiece, and I'm like, no, dude, you made your own movie that doesn't make any sense within the confines of what you're doing here. It's like it would be the same as if I went into somebody's book, tore out a chapter, wrote my own story that was based on something completely different, and shoved it in that book. You'd be reading it like, what the fuck is this chapter about? I don't even understand what's going on.
And yet you see the same people, everyday normal Star Wars fans. Not even normal. Like, we love Star Wars. I think I can vouch for all three of us.
I do. I absolutely love it. There's not a day that goes by where I don't think about something Star Wars. You know, I mean, really, I love it that much. And that's why I'm so charged and angered when I read this shit. Because it's like, I keep hearing the same fucking thing over and over and over and over again. I'm like, no, dude, it's not the politics that I have a problem with. It's the fact that the movie itself sucks. You have characters that I know nothing about. I don't know anything about Rey. Who the fuck is Rey? Who is she? I still don't know. I don't know any more about her than I did after The Force Awakens began. I don't know anything about Finn, and I don't really even.
I was going to say, and yet the same people, like how you are right now,
And
how
those are your
passionate
main
you are about
characters.
this, and how passionate you are, including me and Pete and Sal, how we are about these movies. The same people are saying The Mandalorian is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
I like the trailer. And
where's everybody complaining about the man babies now?
I think you should segue right into that bitch. Did you guys both watch it, or did just Pete watch it?
Pete's the only one that watched it. Sal watched it, but he wasn't able to come on the show tonight, unfortunately. But we can get his take on it later.
Can you give us a preview, Pete, of how you felt about it without spoiling it for us?
Oh, you want spoiler free? Okay, so
hopefully, yeah. Because if I'm gonna watch it, then there's.
I already know what happens. I got it spoiled for me by Nerdrotic.
Oh, yeah. I watched.
I wanted to watch it really bad.
Well, I guess
wanted
since it's Cody's channel, it's up to you, dude. Do you want spoilers or no spoilers?
No spoilers. I don't want it to get spoiled for you, Adam.
Oh, okay,
all right,
cool.
So basically, what I will tell you about this show is it's what we would have got if Mangold did the Boba Fett movie. All right. Okay. Now this premiere episode was, I believe, written by Favreau and directed by Cowboy Dave Filoni. Excuse me, sip of water for the working man here. So Cowboy Dave directed this one, and boy, did they start it out with a bang, man. I mean, you've got a fair amount of action to development and story. Werner Herzog, the voice that you hear in the trailer, kind of talking with that German accent. He's like, bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Wouldn't you agree? That guy, it's cool. I guess he's like a pretty accomplished actor. I mean, it's just cool to see him in there. Also, I'm trying to think of what else I can say. The one critique I have, the one issue I have with it is the score for the episode. The music is very, very wonky.
Wonky like how?
It doesn't fit.
I heard it was very, very weird. It felt like a Western.
It did. This is a space Western, all right. But it's
more a space Star Wars.
It's Star Wars.
Everything Star Wars should have the very similar ongoing musical theme, including video games, TV shows, etc., etc.
And you're
expecting something a little more Williams-esque. I mean, does it sound like like a Sergio Leone type spaghetti Western type music?
Almost.
See, that sounds cool to me. That kind of excites me a little bit.
Almost, but it'll take some getting used to, is what it is, because every Star Wars has had that iconic John Williams score,
right? And
this is the first time that we don't have that, because he said he's done Episode 9, he's done, and he didn't want to get involved in the TV shows and everything.
I don't blame him.
No, I don't
even
either.
Fucking Solo had the same kind of music that we're used to. Yeah.
It did.
And had the opening theme, which I thought was kind of a lost opportunity there, but it throughout the rest of the movie, it was still very Star Wars-esque.
But so we get some cool imagery. There's a lot of Easter eggs throughout the entire show, and I've watched the episode I think 4 times now, and it feels good to watch a show that
now, is the first episode only an hour long, or is it
it's like 43 or 44
so
minutes.
Average TV show type? It's not like a movie.
Okay. Yep. So it's really cool, and like I said, the opening scene is you get the so what they show in the trailer in the bar, all right, with the guy, he shoots into the doorway, pulls the squid face guy into the door. I can't remember what they're called. They're the ones that battle the Mon Cala in the Clone Wars underwater. I was just watching that episode last night, actually, from season 4. Cody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
I know
you're
talking about. That one too. I didn't know if you watched it up to that point, Adam.
No, I didn't watch.
I'm having a brain fart right now. It's been a long day.
Okay, all right. No. Okay, but I can't think of the species. But so it's like a regular guy, like just a regular white dude with a beard, and him and the Squid Man are, they're shaking down this guy that the Mandalorian's after. So and they get into a fight and a shootout, and that's the scene you see in the trailer.
Quarren.
What is it?
The Quarren.
The Quarren. Okay,
That's
thank
it.
you.
I knew it was something with a Q. I was going to say Quillen or Corn. That's right.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so he that guy, and this was in my video earlier, and again, fuck you Disney for this. Yeah, I'm watching your show, but I'll still say fuck you because I put a lot of work in this goddamn video, and I gave your show a positive review. Me from the Fandom Menace gave something from Star Wars a positive
I don't
review.
think the people watching the show are aware of what happened today.
Yeah, you should never apologize because they've put us through fucking hell.
Let
as
me
Star
let me
Wars
clutch
fans.
my fucking pearls. Motherfuckers.
What
No,
happened with
I
your
just
video?
it
Go ahead
was
and tell them.
okay.
Yeah.
So I for those of you who don't know, it was about 17 minutes and 40 seconds. I worked editing, uploading, voiceover, putting graphics into it. I did it twice because it got struck the first time. It took about 5 minutes and it got blocked worldwide. So I took it down, re-edited it, put still photos over. Now the still photos, you see how the screen here is set up. You can see a little bit of the edges up top here, around where mine and Cody's cameras are. That's about all you could see of the footage. Nothing on the bottom, it was all covered, like except for these little edges. They struck the second time I uploaded it down in a minute. I think I got a minute after it uploaded. I got an email.
They're probably, well, first of all, it's probably, I'm not making apologies at all because YouTube's been fucking me lately too. All right, but they're probably got like software to sniff out images and patterns, and the stills that you put over the top are probably not enough to like if you disputed it, you might get. Did you try to dispute it at all, or
no? After 6 hours I worked on it. I'm like,
dude.
I was absolutely furious because I was like, damn, I got to spend all this time. Like, it was like, well, it was something I enjoyed doing. It wasn't like Batwoman where it's like, oh my God, I got to fucking spend 3 hours editing this video.
I had a similar problem on my channel with, you aware of the mad movie moments that I do? You know what those are? Okay,
yep.
So
absolutely.
I'll take a clip from a movie and I have my face in camera right over top of it. It's like I'm looking at it and I'll get stricken by doing those. And I found the only way to get around that is to not just do the video, but I'll do part of the clip. I'll cut it in half and then I'll put Raiders of the Lost Flicks logo over the top of it and like kind of shrink it and put it down in the corner. Then I don't seem to have any problem. But the last one I did was Halloween 6, and nobody fucking watched it.
They're like, no, they're
like, yeah, we get it, dude. The movie sucks. We're not watching this video. Fuck you.
Oh, but so no, man. The score wasn't good. The action sequences were wonderful. You see that the IG unit in the trailer. Seeing one of those actually, because the only one we saw was in Empire Strikes Back, on the bridge scene where all the bounty hunters are in the lineup, and that was
see the heads in the cantina scene, on the bar.
Yep,
that's it.
And it was cool. It was well done. It was stylized, neat. It was a little bit dark at times, like not the tonal, but the way it was shot.
How was the tone and like the ambiance of it? Did it feel like I mean, it's hard to capture like the same thing as the
13.
It's hard to capture the OT feel, but like prequel wise, because I felt Rogue One felt more like the prequels in an OT setting more than anything else. But how did this one feel?
This has a Rogue One vibe to me.
Okay, that's great.
It really, and that's a good thing because Rogue One is the only Disney movie, Star Wars movie that I really that I like at all. I own that one, unashamed to admit that. I've watched that movie probably.
That was probably the last time I walked away from a Star Wars movie feeling deeply satisfied, because I left that thinking, I'm like, okay, because I'll admit Rogue One starts off a little rough. Like they're jumping to like 30 different planets, and it starts losing me for a second, but eventually it straightens itself out, as it goes. All right. And it wasn't so much the performances more than the way it was shot. I mean, there's a couple of decent performances in it, but it was I liked the idea of showing me another side of the same universe that I already know from a different perspective. I thought that was really cool. And I was glad that movie did as well as it did. I'm like, okay, well, if this does well, there's so many things we could do. And the first thing I was thinking of is like, man, all them fucking books I read, holy shit, you know, that would be so awesome if they make some of those into movies. But then I remembered, oh yeah, they got rid of all that. They threw all that out the window.
Real quick,
even though they borrow from it liberally. You know,
God, yeah.
everything.
Real quick, I don't know if you guys know, but The Mandalorian is filming season 2.
Rock on. Nice. So I guess they had a big enough response after one episode to order a second season.
So there's a picture online. This is from Comic Book. The Instagram is a picture of the helmet from The Mandalorian. It says, "Greetings from the set of #The Mandalorian Season 2 from Jon Favreau."
You know, this
as long as he stays attached to it, because it's one thing I worry about, and I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but I
understand.
I
know where you're going with this.
I know patterns. It's like, okay, perfect example, Boardwalk Empire. All right, if you ever saw that on HBO, it's about 1920s gangsters in Atlantic City. Okay, it was written specifically for Steve Buscemi. Okay,
yeah.
Martin Scorsese directed the pilot. And when you watch that pilot, you know goddamn well that was Martin Scorsese that directed it, because everything's edited really fast, a lot of music, a lot of really cool zoom effects and things like that, like he does in his movies. You can tell that it's a Martin Scorsese show. But then the rest of the fucking TV show never did that ever again.
I got a better example for you. Rian Johnson getting a trilogy before The Last Jedi comes out.
No shit, dude. That's a fantastic example right there. Like, why didn't you wait to see how the audiences perceived it? I just think that Kathleen Kennedy was riding on this high of, oh my God, my movie made all of the monies in the world, and then my second movie made all of the monies in the world. Surely the third movie I make will make all of the monies in the world, no matter what I do.
Yeah, at least they had a decency to wait almost 48 hours before announcing it.
and that's my problem with Disney in general, dude, is that they're the people that always put the cart before the horse. They start with the release date and go backwards. They don't even have a fucking script.
Did you say horse?
Oh, Wilbur.
But yeah, they start with a script and then they go backwards. Like they start with a release date and then they assemble everything as it goes. And especially not so much The Last Jedi. I mean, it definitely feels like it was one person's vision, even though it was ape shit. But a lot of these movies that get made, it's like there's so much going on. Like every scene has to appeal to a different demographic. Like everything has so much agenda behind it that you don't have any time left for any kind of an original idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think they pre-wrote the season 2 for The Mandalorian? Or do you think after seeing the audience's approval, do you think they're just going to fucking write it as they go?
No, I think they already had it written.
I was going to ask you this too. Does it feel like when you're watching the show, like this might have at one point been a movie and been adapted to be a television show? Does it feel like that at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think a lot of this is what they would have done with the Boba Fett. Okay. I truly do. It's
the Boba Fett script and they just adapted it into the TV
This is
show.
what Mangold had.
I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah. And like I said, the flight sequences with his ship, they don't look like Space 1999. There's a deep cut right there. Space 1999.
Don't look like the original version of the Phantom Menace. Before they went back in and put the CG Yoda in for the second time.
I prefer the CG Yoda. The fucking episode 1 puppet Yoda has terrified me.
He looked like that thing that Sal had on the video last week.
Oh, man. God.
Monday night.
Bogan?
Monday night going raw. Yeah, that thing that he had on there. Whatever the fuck that thing was.
Hashtag Bogan loves Rose.
Destroyer.
Bogan loves Rose Tico. Hashtag that shit.
Like somebody had a bad date with some guacamole that went bad.
But yeah, this is it's very well done. Like I said, the flight sequences look good. The ship looks very good. There's a cool creature effect in the beginning of the show. The little, did they show him riding those? The one thing I will say that we get is Nick Nolte plays like a voice acting in this, And
Oh, thank God, because he is hard to look at. Whew.
well, the character that he plays, let's just say the character kind of looks like what Nick Nolte does now.
Great, I love it.
Can I just
already.
tell you what the character is? It's not going to really spoil
Sure.
anything. He's an Ugnaught.
Nice.
He's an Ugnaught.
That is accurate. Yeah.
I saw a
Nolte
recent
is
picture
definitely
of
an
him today, and I was
Ugnaught.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh."
he is definitely an Ugnaught.
It looks like it's so cool because you never got to see the Ugnaughts outside of, was it Cloud City?
Yeah.
And he's like living in this planet, you know, out in the middle of like basically the desert. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, man, that's, you know, Nick Nolte. Carl Weathers is he's got
it's been a while since he's been anything.
Since what? Happy Gilmore?
Action Jackson?
I got that on DVD.
You should as well. You should.
Craig T. Nelson's the bad guy in that. Come on now. Who was it? Wasn't Latoya Jackson in that shit?
But I'm glad you're excited about this, though, because it shows me that Disney is capable of making something good. Because I've gotten to the point, I'm sure you guys are there with me, where it's just like, why should we even give you the time of day anymore? It's like you just obviously have no idea. Almost like they gave up.
They did.
They gave up, and it's like it's not so much that they got the backlash from the fans. It's they just gave up on us. Like they're like, well, they don't like anything.
Yep.
What's crazy is episode 2 comes out this Friday.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm gonna do another review of that too. So
what it sounds like to me, and this is something I was just talking about this with my parents, because you know we're all really into movies, and and I talked them into watching Jack Ryan on Amazon Prime. It's Amazon Prime original, and
I heard it's good.
I watched it, and you've seen the Jack Ryan movies if you've ever seen The Hunt for Red October, Patriot Games, or Clear and Present Danger. Chris Pine played Jack Ryan at one point. There was also one where Ben Affleck played him. There's series, all right, and Jack Ryan is a character that was written by Tom Clancy, and he's an analyst. He's really, his thing is, he's tough, but he doesn't come off as tough. He's just really smart, but he's also awkward. You know what I mean? So I don't think Harrison Ford played the awkward analyst part very well. He could definitely carry himself as an action hero.
Yeah.
But Jack Ryan is an unlikely action hero because he's so smart. He uncovers these things and gets involuntarily thrown into the action. And the one that they've got going on Amazon Prime right now, it unfolds like a very high budget, top tier A-list Hollywood movie, but it's playing out at the pace of a TV show.
That's one with John Krasinski, isn't it?
Yes, that's the one we were talking about. It's really good. Yeah.
Does he ever just do a Jim Halpert and just look away at the camera and be like, that would be fucking hilarious in the middle of a fight
he's
scene?
Actually excellent in it. Like you totally buy him as Jack Ryan.
Oh,
but what I'm getting at though is I like the pace of a TV show because I feel like movies nowadays they either rush through important things to get to the action.
Yep.
Or they drag something out so long to get to 13 episodes or whatever, which is the problem I had with Punisher season 2. Okay. They could have wrapped that up. Jack Ryan is 8 episodes a season.
Okay.
It's the perfect amount of time. At no point are you bored or waiting to get to the action. Everything feels like a satisfying payoff or something that's set up. It's really well done. It sounds like what you're describing is similar to that. I like a movie that feels like it is segmented, it goes at the pace of a TV show, but still feels like a movie at the same time.
It is, and this was a pretty basic episode. It's pretty cut and dried. You got what you got. It laid some nice groundwork.
And definitely on a cliffhanger, I'm sure.
Let's see. Wait, how did the ending go? Oh yeah, there was a big cliffhanger. There's definitely a big cliffhanger.
Cool.
And I'm glad you haven't heard any spoilers for it yet, because
I might do like a trial or something just to check that out.
I avoided all the spoilers, and I was happy I did, because
I think what I want to do though is wait for some of those episodes to accumulate so that
you can just binge it out.
Exactly. I want to binge it out like I did with Jack Ryan, and I did with Letterkenny recently. I did the Hulu trial and went through 7 seasons of Letterkenny without paying a dime to Hulu.
See,
this is rough, man.
This is the thing, though. I'm glad they're dropping them the way they are, because I want to be able to review each episode. without having my videos
It's
copyright
content for you. Yeah,
down.
just don't do the video, man.
I'm not.
Either just talk to the camera,
Yep.
like Jeremy Johns does. Just talk to the camera. You can edit your shit up, like to make it choppy and quick, or just talk over slides.
That's
no video.
That's what I'm gonna have to do.
I think what's happening is the sniffer programs are just finding the video. They're not sensing what's over top of it.
Yep.
Because it's the same thing with me when I did the Joker review and I played Send in the Clowns. I played the whole damn song.
Oh, I remember. And
even though I was just playing it through the microphone, it still picked that shit up. I mean, it wasn't even uploaded long enough for anybody to even look at it. So that is just sweeper software catching that shit before it can even happen.
Yep. That's what I said, man, because I was literally a minute after I uploaded it. It uploaded at 3:55. It completed.
Plus, Disney's probably got extra people on standby making sure that this shit doesn't get, struck or whatever. And, I'm hoping more fans will come out there and say, do some spoiler-free reviews, just to get their reactions out of it too. Other bigger channels within the fandom menace and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm now speaking of this, the Mandalorian. Before we kind of wrap this segment up, I guess I listened to a couple of videos earlier, other people in the fandom menace talking about, the Mandalorian and stuff, and not so much that that they watched it. That it's kind of an issue that people in the fandom menace are like enjoying this now, because it's like, we're all bark and no bite. It's like with Disney threw us a bone and we're happy all of a sudden. It's like, no, that's not the case.
It's a case of people just wanted something good. Just give me anything that's good.
I said, it's not the olive branch. I mean, I guess it kind of is the olive branch.
No, you know what that rule in Hollywood is, Pete, is you're only as good as your last movie.
Yep.
Look what happened to Ben Affleck. All right. Look what happened to John Travolta. All right. Twice. All right. John Travolta has been twice. He's been at the top of the A-list and then down to direct-to-video. He's back again for like the second or third time to the direct-to-video part.
Yeah.
Like he's got movies going like on demand first day.
But I mean, it's not.
You're only as good as your last movie. It's not necessarily your fault, but Disney had a 1-2 punch of The Last Jedi dropping off drastically from week 1 to week 2, directly into Solo, which I have to constantly remind people was a movie that fucking nobody wanted.
Nope.
Nobody.
I remember going to the gas station. My first job, I was working at a funeral home. Had to go to the gas station, get some snacks before I had to go do drive somewhere to
pick up a corpse.
Yeah. Okay. You can just blatantly say it. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. So
Pete don't feel like honey dicking around.
Nope.
Yeah. Yep. So I had to go do that, and I went to go grab some snacks before I headed out because I had to go to Gainesville or something. I can't remember where I had to go. Somewhere far away, like 2-3 hour drive. And I'm looking at the snack section, and I go to this bag of Bugles, and fucking Alden Ehrenreich is on there. I'm like, why is this? What? Why is this a movie?
Yeah. I don't know.
Freaking out. I was like, I do not want these Bugles.
That's 2 times that they've said they're going to do that. It's like, don't give me a backstory for somebody that's already fucking dead, dude.
Yeah, Alden Peckerwood.
I don't want that. Nobody fucking wants that. I don't want it.
Yeah, that's like, they did the same thing in the MCU with Black Widow. They kill her off, and then they give you a solo movie.
Well, it's like for all the people that used to shit on the Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. It's like, you're doing that shit over again when you did Solo, or when you're going to do this supposed Cassian Andor series that nobody wants either. It's like, don't give me backstory for a character that I don't care about anymore.
And I'm sorry, Nick, I didn't give a shit about Cassian Andor. I really didn't.
And it's not that I didn't give a shit about Han Solo. It's just you've already killed him off. I don't need a backstory from him. In fact, I everything I need to know about Han Solo, I already know. His backstory is everything that happened in The Empire Strikes Back. That is his backstory.
Yep.
That's enough. That's enough backstory for that character. He's not the main fucking character in Star Wars.
Would it be cooler if they showed him like actually? I mean,
actually be a scoundrel. Yeah.
Say they
never actually got to see him be a scoundrel ever.
Like he never they show his gun being handed to him by fucking Cletus Cassidy, and
God damn it, Carnage.
And he's like, "Here, take this," and it's like Why? Why couldn't he stole it? Why
But in
couldn't he
fact,
why couldn't he taken some parts and made his gun or something?
Han Solo was fucked anyway, dude, from the special edition. Lucas had to go in and have Greedo point blank miss a fucking shot and shoot, and then have that fucking awkward jerk off of a fucking scene.
Yeah, what the fuck was?
I'll never understand what the fucking point of that was. It's like that was one of the few things, that and the whole stepping on Jabba's tail thing. Those were two scenes I'm like, you really spent all this money to make these things work, huh?
That whole scene with him,
whatever, dude.
That whole scene with him and Jabba, where he steps.
They don't
on his
ruin
tail.
the movie for me, but they're very out of place.
It was just like, why is that even here?
It's like those things were cut in the first place because they would have dragged the movie down, a notch, So they didn't need to be there. It's kind of like James Cameron says, and I know he's an asshole too, but he did say one thing that I agreed with once when the Aliens director's cut came out. He said on the DVD commentary, he says there's no such thing as a director's cut. The movie that you see in the theater is the director's cut. We cut things because we feel like it's slowing down getting the story told. If we go back and put these things back in, it's because we enjoy these scenes. It's because you already know the movie, but ultimately we want everybody to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that we don't like the scene. It's just we cut them down because it's slowing the story down,
And there wasn't really any scenes like that in the first episode of The Mandalorian that were out of place or anything. Like I said, there's one part that's kind of hokey, but it's not long. It's not really that long. So you just kind of get a good, kind of a laugh out of it. And, then you're just back into your story. But I thought it was well done. It wasn't ham-fisted like Last Jedi mama jokes.
That's just it, dude. It's just it's not that we're not cool if we're not shitting on Star Wars. It's just all we ever wanted was give us some entertainment that doesn't insult us.
Well, I mean, we're pretty cool, Adam.
I think we're pretty cool, dude. I do. I think we're cool people.
We're too cool. We're too school for cool.
We're too cool for school. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of the things that made Star Wars work so well is it was designed for people of all ages to enjoy. And when you start making movies where the kids don't know what's going on and the parents are instantly put off about it, well, then you done fucked up.
Yes. Yep. And listen, Freddie Prinze.
that guy. Right. Fuck that guy.
Fuck you, Freddie.
Star Wars. Freddie, if you saw The Mandalorian, and I saw the scene on Facebook, they leaked it. Motherfucker gets cut in half by a door, by a fucking door. When was the last time you saw a kid's show cut people in half, in real life and violently? Never.
Nothing happened.
Well, come on. It's a movie about space wizards designed for kids to sell toys.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, if you want to watch a movie, bro, about a motherfucking bro and wizard, go watch Harry Potter, bro. There's lots of bros and dudettes in there that can shoot some fucking spells, bro. There's no lightsabers or anything because lightsabers are for science fiction fantasy films about cool fucking
Star Wars,
technological space warriors, and they're not like wizards, bro, because they're fucking Jedi. You
grew up with Harry Potter, and you're obviously a fan, and that's cool. All right,
yeah.
and I think Harry Potter's a pretty cool series. And if I was a little bit younger, I probably would have appreciated it more myself. All right, I would have loved something like that as a kid. But the point I'm getting at is, kids nowadays don't need Star Wars. They got their Star Wars. They've got Harry Potter. They've got Game of Thrones. They've got the fucking Lord of the Rings saga. They don't need. You don't need to replace one generation of fans with a new generation of fans. Stop fucking doing that. If the old generation of fans' money is still good, make something for them.
Exactly.
The way I see it, doesn't matter if I'm 45 or 14, my money still spends the same way. It's still the same tender.
Yeah, it's also, is the Megazord and Power Rangers a Transformer? No.
Nope.
Case closed. Freddie Prinze. Jedis are not space wizards. They're more man than you'll ever be.
That's a good point. I like that.
There you go.
Write that down. Save that.
Makes no fucking sense. And you're going to compare Luke Skywalker to what did he say? He said Cinderella or some bullshit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
They do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
look, Cinderella had to do chores and she whined about it. Luke didn't want to, go fight for the fucking galaxy until he kind of had no choice but to. And then there you go. He basically
right. He
he
slowly
sees
starts to
his
discover
he sees
parts
his
of his past. Yeah.
he sees his godfather die in front of him,
Yep.
and he tried to learn the Force. He wasn't fucking good at it, and then it takes 3 movies for him to be master at it.
Yep.
But fucking Rey is the best. Oh,
Instantly good at everything. Why? Who is she? Where did she come from? What is she? And also, at this point, do we really care who she is anymore?
and
Luke
also
Skywalker, dude. Luke Skywalker died in The Last Jedi so that Rey could lift some rocks. That's what it comes down to. That's all it was. That's all it'll ever be.
and Freddie, the Rebels TV show is besides the Resistance TV show, Rebels is one of the most forgettable things of Star Wars. In my opinion. I mean,
That one or Resistance?
are you gonna?
Oh no, Resistance was fucking.
Yeah, that's why I
garbage.
said besides.
I
besides
watched
that
7
was
episodes.
besides
proposed
Resistance,
invasion.
Rebels is
Oof.
one of the most forgettable things about Star Wars. The
Yeah.
holiday special and the Ewoks cartoon are more memorable about than that.
The
10
droid
years
cartoon.
10 years from now, people are still going to be talking about A New Hope. But do you think they're still going to be talking about Rebels like they are now, or maybe even a
No.
couple of years ago? No. And they're not going to remember that Freddie Prinze Jr. did the voice for a Jedi that, serves no fucking purpose in the Star Wars timeline.
Speaking
that's
of,
what he's so salty about is because Kanan Jarrus will never be in a fucking Star Wars movie, and he wants to play him. I'll guarantee it.
Because
This would be
Kanan
the same-
Jarrus blew up like the franchise.
It would be the same thing if I went
Yep.
into like Harry Potter, all right, and you haven't had a new Harry Potter movie in a while. We had the Fantastic Beasts. Okay, let's say I'm an up and coming director, and I do the next version of Fantastic Beasts. Let's say I go in there, I don't know shit about Harry Potter. I don't care about it. You know what I like? I like fucking cyborgs and cyberpunk. I'm gonna have a bunch of fucking robots, and I'm gonna have some fucking industrial music playing in the background, and everybody's gonna fucking hate me like I'm the devil because I didn't respect the material that came before it. I don't understand it. I don't respect it. I'm not the right guy for the job. I'm gonna have to pass on the project. I'm gonna have to pass on that project because I don't feel like I would do it justice or respect the fans enough.
And luckily, Harry Potter has what Star Wars doesn't in its consistency. The same director that's directed from Prisoner of Azkaban all the way to the first 2 Harry Potter movies were
That's
directed
like,
by
eight,
Christopher.
9 fucking movies, something like that.
Yes, so there's 8 Harry Potter movies and 2 prequel movies.
Fantastic Beasts.
David Yates directed 6 of the Harry Potter movies, 6 of the 8 Harry Potter movies, and he also is directing the new Fantastic Beasts movies. So he has 8 movies total of the Harry Potter movies that J.K. Rowling is writing. There's a team effort there. There's a little thing called consistency. They're not getting any director they can get their hands on just to make another fucking movie.
Well, to be fair,
They also have the same guy. To be fair, they also have the same person writing for all of these movies. The script, the story, the characters, everything. Sure, there might be some teamwork on the storyboard or something. J.K. Rowling might be nice enough to do that. But at least the owner, CEO, and lead creative, like George Lucas was with Harry Potter, is in charge of these movies. So there's consistency. And if people can say, oh, there's flaws in the timeline with these new movies. Well, watch the movies because there's their video I just did recently where the writer for the article on the Mary Sue, and yes, I use that website for that video, she starts pointing out that the movie is not creative because J.K. Rowling has lost her creative touch. Excuse me, one of the best-selling series in the world. She hasn't lost her creativity. So sorry to burst your feminist bubble, but she's accomplishing way more than Star Wars has been doing since 2012. Take that to the bank and suck it.
I just remember when George Lucas did the prequels, everybody was hating on those for a while. But everybody went to go see him. That's the joke about it, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
everybody
like
claims they hated him, but everybody was still curious to see where it was going to go.
Yeah, and just because the thing is, yes, just because people bitch about movies doesn't mean they're bad. But
no,
when you have a very, very, very vast majority of fans that I will probably say most of the people that fucking hate the new Star Wars movies are big fans of it. And now a lot of these people, including, the Fandom Menace, which is a huge group, as much as they want to say that it's not a big group, it's a huge group of really, really big Star Wars fans
Yep.
that
Yes,
fucking
it
hate these
is.
movies. And our voices aren't quiet, nor are we silent about it.
Doesn't sound like the new one's going to be much better.
It's not. And if you've seen the leaks from Doomcock, so guys, go to
Yeah, I've heard
subscribe to
that thing.
Doomcock, go watch
Yep.
his video
Let's
Hail
just say
recently
I've
on
heard
the
enough
leaks.
to know that it's
It-
not for me.
Guys, it is crazy. And I know you guys, and we've talked about it before, but if you have this big, huge community of people, and even other, like I said earlier tonight, a huge amount of people online on Facebook. If you go to these big shill website Facebook pages, and then the comments, you see people roasting these movies.
Yep.
It goes to show that a lot of people don't like these movies.
You know something else, dude? These
And there's a
movies that are
reason why.
designed they're designed by committee, but also they've rushed all these fucking movies out so fast. Like they weren't even written yet. They didn't even have an idea. Whereas at least the prequels, George Lucas at least had an outline that he wrote fucking years ago
Yeah.
to flesh those ideas out. So he had ideas to work with. All he had to do was just flesh out the characters, all those. Maybe you didn't like what he came up with, but it still all felt like it was part of the same story.
Yes, and did the gap between the Return of the Jedi and the Phantom? I have the same problem with all of you guys.
Fandom.
Did that gap help the Star Wars fandom and community? Yes and no, but it gave George plenty of time, and he didn't want to rush the prequel movies.
Oh yeah,
Now, I'm not saying every
he was working on a script when they were already in pre-production. So.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, yeah. I'm not saying every
Also,
franchise
I
should
think
take
he was-
over
I'm
a
not making
decade
a-
long to.
I'm not making apologies for him, but I think he was constrained by not wanting that shit to leak. Like he was only given like parts of the script. I don't know if you remember that or not, but he was only given like parts of the script to the actors, so they didn't have the whole story in mind when they were doing their lines, which is why some of it comes off as kind of wooden and stale.
Well, on a side note from what I'm talking about, but I think he took more of a Shakespearean approach to it, considering a lot of the dialogue kind of seemed more.
Actually, I think what he was going for was
more uptight than the.
I think he wanted to
OT's
make
script
it.
was.
If you've seen, and maybe
Didn't
that
flow
wasn't
as well.
maybe that wasn't the right way to go about it, but I think he wanted to make it as close to like an old Flash Gordon serial as possible, because the
Yeah.
dialogue in the prequels is very much like those serials that I've seen.
Yeah.
If you've seen them on like Mystery Science Theater 3000, like if they have a shorter movie, they'll put a short on like Commando Cody or the Lost Warriors of Atlantis or something like that. It's the same kind of crappy, awful, cringy dialogue that was in the prequels.
Like Jeremy Irons cereal.
Yeah, there you go.
This tastes like nothing.
This tastes like nothing.
No,
Damn
but
it.
like you
Jeremy
see,
Irons.
God, we need to do a Family Guy stream.
Oh, I'm down.
We are a Family Guy stream.
We are.
Hello, you bastard crackers.
Yes.
Oh,
Who
look
the
who's
hell
here.
do you think you are?
Oh, look, it's that little football head white baby Stewie. Where's Cleveland Jr.? Come punt this little cracker.
No.
If you say that's what she said again, I'm going to punch you in the face.
Mom.
Daddy, I'm hungry. Quiet, Tubby. But I want something to eat. It's Frap Friday. That's a Friday when you get fraps.
Yeah, did somebody say frap?
Quagmire, did you sleep with my wife Loretta?
Giggity goo.
Hey, Cleveland. Quagmire plowed your old lady. What? You slept, Glenn Quagmire? You're dead.
Okay, guys, should listen, before I arrest you and hit you with my wheelchair.
Peter, I have this tremendously large upper body and my legs don't work. You want to help get me back in my chair? I won't do the Joe Swanson yell right now because my kid is sleeping in the next room and I don't want to wake him up because I can hear my wife going to bed right now. So she don't want to hear that shit.
Awesome. This is going to be my ringtone. Oh my God. No, Star Wars. I mean, like I said, just because a movie gets a lot of backlash doesn't mean it's bad. But when you have a huge amount of people, and I know it was a lot of people when the prequels came out that didn't like them, but the Disney Star Wars stuff's way different, and they're not shitting on the franchise. Like George was adding to the franchise, to the story and the lore when the prequels came out. So you can say all you want about it, whether the movie's bad or not, but you got to admit the stuff that he put into the lore and the story and all the characters and the species and droids and everything that he made, it's pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely. He was, and I've said this ad nauseum about the prequels. To me, and I love the prequels, don't get me wrong, but one of my favorite aspects is the world building that George Lucas, the Allfather, did, and he really took his time building these worlds. They were so textured, even just what we see.
Got him down to like the fucking microorganisms. For
yes,
even that's how much he cares about it. This is something that he created from the ground up. So if he wants to go in and change the rules, he can. I mean, it doesn't mean that it always necessarily works. You know, another director that changed some shit that doesn't work anymore is
Fast and Furious directors.
Well, Fast and Furious directors, but directed Alien. Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott has gone back. He went back into his universe and turned it into this whole man versus God parable, and he's an atheist. So there's all of this like symbolism and religious overtones and shit in a fucking Alien movie.
What was the last Alien movie that came out? What was it called?
Alien Covenant. And from what I let Angry Joe spoil the shit out for me. What he told me just angered the shit out of me too.
I never saw that one. I've seen all the Alien movies.
You want some spoilers? Do you want some? Do you want?
Oh, absolutely. I don't care. I'll never watch it.
You know what the Alien is? Do you know what the original Alien is? It was created by that Michael Fassbender robot. Wanted to create a perfect species so that he could feel like God.
So he created the thing that we saw in the original Alien movie.
That's correct. He created the alien. So the alien is not even fucking alien anymore.
And there's multiple Michael Fassbender like cyborgs.
Yes.
Oh, God, why?
Does that fucking piss you off or not? So what you did, you went into your own story and destroyed the lore. One of the most alluring things about the original Alien was not knowing what its motivations were, what it came from, what it was going to do. You deconstructed all of that shit. And that's why I get so tired of these prequels and reboots that just go in and shit all over everything that came before it, making everything that you've seen seem meaningless, because people nowadays are trained to watch things in an episodic format. Everything is like a soap opera. So you're constantly wondering, this comes after that, after that, after that, after that, after that. People lack the cognitive ability to be able to say, okay, I disavow this franchise from this point on out. It doesn't exist like I can. You know, some people can do that. Some people can't. So when you know, so like perfect example, I had told Alex that he wanted to throw away all of his old Star Wars stuff. I'm like, don't, dude. No. I said, Star Wars was great before these new fucking movies came out. Just disconnect them. Pretend like they don't exist. That's not part of your world. You can say hashtag not my Star Wars and mean it.
That's exactly what I do. And
damn right.
You know, will I think the Mandalorian first episode will be cool? Probably. And here's the thing. I have Hulu. I'm already giving Disney money. So fuck it. I'm just gonna buy Disney's just to watch the Mandalorian, and I'll probably cancel after that. But what was I gonna say? Oh, but anyways, holy shit. Dude, it's been a long day.
Wah, 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 wah.
Hey, you don't have to explain to us, man. Trust me, we've all been having those lately. Shit, it's it was 17 degrees here today,
Oh,
and
I know what I was going to say. Okay.
and snowed all day. I mean,
It was 69 degrees today. Ew.
we have like
Nice.
January weather in freaking November. And then, like I said, I spend all this time working on this video and I go, and it doesn't work out. And I go outside and freezing my ass off. I'm just like, can we just do the
Dude,
boardroom now?
I've spent hours this week, like constantly going into OBS because I when I'm doing like where you see me reading the fucking video and it's like on I use OBS to do that and I can record in OBS. OBS is fine. So I'll record the video. I got the article up. I'm scrolling through it. I'm reading it. I look at it, check all the levels to make sure that nothing's in the red. Cool. As soon as I take that video and open it up in the editing program, all the audio is like distorted and super fucking loud. And I've been fighting with this fucker all week trying to figure out what's going on. So it's like me for like an hour a day doing audio checks, just standing here going, check, motherfucker, fucking check, 1, 2, 3, fucking piece of shit, for like an hour every day. And I'm like, if anybody ever walks past my window, they're gonna think there's a crazy person in here.
You're gonna think you're like Tourette's guy or something.
Seriously, like it sounds like a guy because I get so angry, and then no matter
Bob
what I
Saget.
do, I'll get it just right, and then I'll do this big long 10-minute fucking video. Open it up in the editing program again. Boom, still fucking distorted. God damn it.
Oh my god.
The best I can do at that point after I've done the second take through the same fucking article that I just read that angered me the first time is to just go in and lower the audio enough to where it's not going to make people's ear holes bleed.
No, I know what I was going to say earlier. Yeah, so Mandalorian, people are loving it. Will I like it? Probably, but I mean, I take it with a grain of salt for a couple of reasons. One being that it's only the first episode, and like Adam, you said earlier that some shows have a tendency of getting way ahead of themselves, start filming another sequel, or for this, right here, a second season.
Whole universe before you even get your feet.
But after the first episode, the show kind of goes downhill. Which I mean, whatever. But another reason, the big reason, why I will never accept this as true Star Wars, even if it's fucking awesome, that it's not George Lucas written. And I know a lot of the EU stuff wasn't George Lucas written, but it was approved.
But he signed off on it.
But he approved.
He had to have his approval. He had to have his blessing. Yeah.
And yes, before all of you like Disney Star Wars defenders go, he signed off on the Disney thing for them to buy it. Well, you know what? That was a mistake. And he was also swindled into it too. He was lied to.
Yep.
And he actually, and here's the thing. Should he have sold it? Fuck no. Should he have made changes to the OT cuts, different scenes with Han Solo? Fuck no. But it was his thing. And he was actually trusting people like as friends to take this franchise and to continue to make it awesome. And they fucking lied to him. They fucking lied to his face. They
all they wanted was
back.
the logo,
They
dude.
Yep. They gave him just a little bit of money.
They wanted that brand name recognition. That's
they wanted to print checks off his work.
4 or 5 billion, a lot of fucking money. Not as much for Disney as you might think.
And just because you want to go take Pippi Longstocking and give her a fucking lightsaber and tell me she's the new Luke Skywalker doesn't make her the new Luke Skywalker.
Exactly. So I will never accept The Mandalorian as being true Star Wars. Now, will it come close? It's probably closer than anything that we will get or have gotten yet. But Rogue One was pretty good. The ending was the closest thing to actual Star Wars.
It was a good ride. Yeah,
it was closer to Star Wars. Everything.
Ride.
Yeah, I mean, Rogue One overall, pretty good. I'm not saying it's amazing, but there are some things.
No, but I have given it multiple watchings, and I don't.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm definitely not angry when I watch it. And you know what? There's a movie.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a movie with the female lead and quote unquote people of color that I enjoy. Just saying.
Oh well,
in the Star Wars universe.
And here's the thing: it was a very forced diversity casting, but did they do well with it? Fuck yeah, they did. And I was I was really impressed with it.
Didn't take away from the story. It wasn't just just simply having this is what we're always griping about. It's like, just because you are this person of color or this gender, that should not be your defining character trait. It's like, why couldn't you have taken Finn and made him like a sleeper cell agent, or just anything interesting with anybody? Why couldn't Rey be a descendant of one of the Kenobis? Just something fucking interesting other than I'm Rey and I'm woman.
I personally think Finn should have been the Jedi lead, but that's just me.
He should have, and he should have had the relationship with Rey they were trying to build.
That would have worked.
They actually set Rey up to be an interesting character, and Finn.
I was kind of digging that story, and then they just fucking threw that out the window too.
Finn could have been a awesome character and a great representative of African Americans in Star Wars. Truly, I'm not the biggest John Boyega fan, but I'm not fanboying out over Force Awakens. Don't get me wrong, because
he's probably more athletic and better with a lightsaber. I mean, off screen, like practicing one, than Daisy Ridley is.
Oh, or what's
he
his
obviously
name?
He obviously had to play off as he like can't fucking wield it worth shit.
Or Darth Emo.
Yeah, but I mean,
Darth Emo.
But they just threw that whole thing out the fucking window.
They should have switched all the roles. Finn should have been the Jedi. Razy Diddley should have been the pilot, and Poe should have been the defective stormtrooper.
Yeah,
sleeper cell thing. That would have been cool.
What a waste of Max von Sydow too.
Oh God, you have.
Why couldn't he been the fucking villain? Like, he's in the movie for a minute.
Literally
a minute. He could have 1 minute. Like, fuck.
They killed
He could have been a buddy of Luke Skywalker.
You had Ming the Merciless in a Star Wars movie. You want to talk about wasted opportunity, dude?
He was
the actual Ming the Merciless in Star Wars.
He was the Exorcist.
Fuck yeah, he was.
You had the fucking Exorcist.
Yeah, you had the Exorcist, aka Ming the Merciless. Star Wars movie. You want to talk about opportunities? And I don't have anything against Andy Serkis, but what they did to fucking Snoke was bullshit.
Oh God,
bullshit.
I'm also kind of butthurt still that Andy Serkis took the job. Because that was like he's way above that role.
Oh my God!
Oh God,
dude.
yeah.
He's so freaking. He is
so good, dude.
He's so good. He's so cool, and the fact that he took that job.
He's like an Oscar-worthy fucking. He's an Oscar winner. He's an Oscar winner, and yeah, he's got that stupid part with the stupidest name ever, Snoke.
He looks like a taller, older Gollum.
Snoke sounds like something I should like
wearing a Hugh Hefner robe.
Yes. Snoke sounds like something I should be putting in my lip and spitting into a fucking paper cup. You know what I mean?
Hey, you want another line of Snoke?
Yo, we got some Snoke.
Let's bump some Snoke, yo.
Oh my God!
Wait, what is that shit stepped on? Of course it is. It's Snoke, yo.
It's wintergreen.
It's wintergreen Snoke. Snoke will give you lip cancer.
That'd be a good T-shirt, like a little can of dip with like Snoke on it.
Testicle cancer.
This is going to give you optical cancer just from looking at it, let alone putting it in your mouth. That's what she said.
Oh boy.
This will cut inches off your waistline.
We're slowly cutting down our. That's what she said. It's a very difficult and daunting task.
It is.
It's a hard habit to break. That's what
she said.
Damn it!
That's like
you
that episode.
I mean? It's hard being me.
That episode of The Office is the best though, where the lawyer comes in and Michael comes out with Jan and he's like, I would like to take this opportunity to announce my retirement from comedy. So I will no longer be doing or saying anything funny. So, and Jim's like, well, you sure you can do that? He's like, what do you say? Something about going all day long, or he's like, you always left me satisfied and smiling. And Michael, that's what she said. He fucking laughs, walks back in the office. I love that show so much. So much.
Amazing.
See if Star Wars.
We need to buy that on DVD.
I've got season 1 through 3 on.
They have the whole set on Amazon.
It's still on Netflix.
I know, but they're going to take it off, and I want to have the physical copies, even though they don't have the Blu-ray. But I really want the DVD.
Some of these TV shows don't exist on Blu-ray. Like I got Letterkenny in my fucking wish list, and I'm hoping they'll mark that down a little bit because it's like $80 for 6 seasons.
Yeah, same with How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother.
I love that show.
I did until the last season, and it was just such a letdown. It was such a letdown. It was like the last season of Scrubs for me. It shouldn't have existed.
I like the last season
Of Scrubs?
No,
Or How I Met Your
never-
I
Mother?
hate it when
I
a
remember.
show has been on too long and it starts to feel like a show that's been on too long. That's one thing I'll always admire about Seinfeld is they ended it
Yep.
on top. You know what I mean?
Jerry knew when to quit.
He knew when to quit. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the thing I'm always constantly talking about with comedians is like there are some comedians that just don't know when to fucking quit. Like you gotta stop that joke at just the right point. Because if you drag that shit out too long, it's not funny anymore. You start to become annoying. A lot of comedy shows go that direction.
Carrot Top.
Or else Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Carrot Top's from
Yeah.
my area.
I can't. He's all juiced out.
He's
now.
from like two towns down from me.
Carrot Top's all fucking juiced. I'm afraid. I'm like physically terrified of Carrot Top now.
He
Not
make a
because
I heard
fantastic
he's
DC
cool.
villain. He should just be Carrot Top in the movie too. Don't even play a character, just play himself.
in
Like
Star Wars.
No, just play just be in a DC movie, but be like a dark fictionalized version of his own self. It's like, oh,
Dude,
fuck,
he should be
Carrot
in Rick
Top.
and Morty.
Oh God.
How amazing would that be?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I watched season 3, but
He just
He
like breaks into a room and ties people up to a chair, and then just like makes them watch prop comedy for like. The
it
next
just does his act until they
just
like
does
lose.
his
They slowly
till
descend
they
into
lose
madness.
till they descend into madness. Yeah.
Dude, the hour.
Even better. They do the same thing like what you guys just said, but they do a Terminator spoof.
There's the movie. Pete.
He goes
Put that
back
on
in
the
time
list.
to hunt people down to do this skit for.
Carrot Top.
Yep, Carrot Top movie where
Carrot
Carrot Top's the villain and he just kidnaps people and forces his act on people
It's
until he
the
descends into
Carrot
madness.
Topinator.
Yeah,
He puts the props in the basket.
puts the props in the basket.
Would you prop me? I'd prop me.
I'd prop me real good.
Hey, you want to fight about it? I'll give you a punchline.
The Carrot Topinator.
You talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
He systematically
The fibrinator.
hunts down unsuspecting people, makes them sit through fucking an hour of prop comedy.
All the listeners out there, give us your best title for a Carrot Top like.
You know,
Terminator
every
movie.
time I watch Mystery Science Theater and I see a Joel episode and they're doing the invention exchange, I keep telling myself, I'm like, this guy used to be a prop comedian before he did this show. How many of these things on this show are part of his old stand-up act? And like, how many boos did he get? How many laughs?
Oh God, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a prop.
Yeah,
comedian before that.
that's how Joel got started. He was a prop comedian, and then the show was like an idea that he had for an act. It's like, what if I made, you know, making fun of a movie part of the show, and like you could actually see me making fun of it. You know, that's where he got the idea for it.
fucking
Also watching Saturn 3. That's where he got the idea for his robots.
Tom Servo and Crow.
Tom Servo and Crow are descendants of Saturn 3. That's a true story.
Oh God, there's one episode of that. I swear to God,
Gypsy. Don't forget Gypsy. Gypsy's fucking hilarious.
Yep. I forgot. I do forget about her. She was the big
Richard
vacuum.
Basehart.
I gotta get. There's one episode of that where it's about this. It's like centers on like a biker gang, and they end up like holed up in this lighthouse, and they have a shootout with these cops. And there's this one part where
There's
Joel.
probably about 4 or 5 different biker episodes.
Yeah.
They did a lot of biker movies, and they're all fucking terrible.
Well, how many runs was the initial? How many seasons was the initial run?
Fuck, I don't even know, dude. I always just go in and look for them. Like whatever I can't find on Amazon, I'll hunt it down on YouTube just to see if I haven't seen it yet. Because God knows if you try to buy those on DVD, you'll go broke.
Those
DVDs are expensive, Sean.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm gonna have to look because it was funny. Because at one point, Tom Servo, Joel, and Crow were just sitting there singing, "Here comes the fuzz, here comes the fuzz," and there's all these just dopey ass cops like rolling up to this like I want to say it was like a fucking lighthouse or something like that. And there's like one guy in the motorcycle gang who like they're forcing to be in the gang, and the gang leader's just like such a tool. And he's got his girlfriend. At one point, he kicks her right in the lady jump.
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it's the movie's called Side Hackers. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
episode. Yeah,
Thank
Side Hackers
you.
is wonderful. Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie's so fucking bad.
Yep.
Like,
That was the best dynamic when they had Tracy Ballou as fucking Tom Servo. Tracy Ballou is Crow, and Kevin Murphy is Tom Servo. And then they had Joel on there. That was a fantastic dynamic. And don't forget TV's Frank. He was fucking funny too. So he was a pretty good goon. He didn't do any of the riffs, but he definitely had the skits.
Yep. God,
I watch those all the time, dude. Like almost every night, I'm either watching riff tracks or Mystery Science. That's
happy that you knew what I was talking about.
That's how I decompress. Yeah, because I just saw it like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, side hackers. Yeah,
that episode of MST came out when I was probably about, I want to say 9 or 10 years old. And that has stuck with me. Just that stupid episode of that show. I have 2
episodes that I purchased. I purchased them digitally because fuck buying the DVDs. They're a fortune. But I purchased them digitally on Amazon. I've got Pod People. That's my favorite Joel episode. And that's the one where they got this really bad ET knockoff movie they're watching. And then just through this whole thing, they just keep going, Chief, Quimby, McLeod, and they just keep doing that like back and forth constantly. And then Space Mutiny, that's my favorite Mike episode. And that's the one where they keep coming up with all these goofy names for like the hero. Like Joe McLarge's hands or something like that. And just like constant, it's like one of the worst science fiction movies ever made, and they just keep making up these stupid names because like the character has like this dumb name at the beginning that's supposed to emulate Star Wars, and it's one of those movies that's like trying to be a Star Wars movie, but it feels like it was made by a foreign person that doesn't understand English so well. So it's magical, just fucking magical, dude.
Oh my god, the Side Hackers episode is on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on Amazon Prime. Yes. I have a subscription to Shout Factory, and there's a bunch of them on there. Side Hackers is on there as well, and I think Side Hackers is also on Netflix.
You know, the funny thing is, I have that goddamn episode of MST on VHS. I have like a whole VHS full of them.
You taped them, nice.
Oh, yeah. I did. I dude,
yeah.
I've been joking around and telling you guys I have like thousands of VHS tapes at my mom's house. She's been recording stuff on television since like 1983 or 84.
It's weird, man, because I didn't really take to that show when it first came out because there was so much to pick from. We had Seinfeld and all these other fucking shows on, and the older I get, the more I appreciate those. Like some of the jokes set in a little bit more because some of that stuff is like really between the lines adult humor. And, and also like they're constantly throwing pop culture references in there, and until you've seen enough movies, sometimes you don't get what they're doing, you know. But a lot of inside jokes on those shows.
Oh yeah, I always dug that show though.
Speaking of riffing, dude, we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and announce it right now since nobody's hardly watching the stream. We're gonna watch Star Wars Holiday Special on my channel. We're going to do this.
When are we doing it? I
don't know when. We have to nail a date down, but I'm definitely going to do it because it is on YouTube to watch. And I'm thinking we'll do a double feature. We'll do the Star Wars Holiday Special, and then we're going to do one called The Magic Christmas Tree. And this movie is fucking bonkers, dude. It's like a 1950s kid show, and there's a tree that like makes this kid do like all this twisted shit in this movie. And it's supposed to be cute, but when you watch it now, it just hasn't aged well. You know what I mean? It's primed to be made fun of.
So I am.
We're going to do a double feature with those two for sure on my channel. It's just a matter of when. I want to say after Thanksgiving and before Christmas.
I can't wait to see Lumpy again.
Okay.
I miss Lumpy.
I've never seen it all the way through.
We're
gonna rip this thing to shreds because
I can't. It's very.
The only way to watch this is in the company of other people. Otherwise, it's painful because it's long.
That's how Napoleon Dynamite was for me from the first time I watched it.
You know, like Napoleon Dynamite. I like.
When I first watched Napoleon Dynamite, I was like, "The fuck is this?" And then I went to my buddy's house down the road, and I was like, "Dude, this movie rules."
I
It
thought
is.
was
It's
funny.
great. It's fucking great. That and none of my favorites, Cody, is anything that has the Lonely Island guys in it. All those
Oh,
fucking
I was just gonna say
Oh.
Hot Rod.
Hot
Dude,
Rod.
Hot Rod is
Hot Rod is amazing, dude.
top 10 movies of all time.
I would watch party the fuck out of that movie with you guys, dude.
Okay,
I
good.
love Hot Rod.
That'll be another one we have to do.
That one and Pop Star Never Stop Stopping. That one's fucking great. Too.
Never seen that.
Oh,
I've
you'll
never seen
love
that.
it.
I've never seen that
It's
one of my
just as
buddies-
Great. It's just as great, if not funnier, than Hot Rod, dude.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah, dude. My buddy, one of my good buddies, he went to FSU a couple years back when that movie came out. The Lonely Island guys came to FSU and was doing a screening tour. So my buddy got like free T-shirts that says "Never Stop" or "Don't Stop, Never Stopping" or whatever.
Never Stop Stopping. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had like T-shirts thrown out. So
They
he
make fun
got
of
a couple
rap.
of them.
They make fun of Justin Bieber. They make fun of the Backstreet Boys, and there's all kinds of fucking cameos in it. I mean, it's fucking hilarious, dude. It's great. Me and my coworkers used to sing "Dick in a Box" around Christmas time. That was just like our favorite thing. When there's
Nice.
nobody in the store, like, hey, open the box too, put junk in the box. Oh god.
We used to listen to all those in the
Good thing
the
you weren't a pizza delivery guy.
Oh, dude, I have that CD, that Lonely Island CD.
Oh my god, this is a great Mandalorian meme. You know that the one with the two guys, or the guy with the girl walking down the street and he's turning his head looking at the other one like, damn.
Yeah.
Somebody just posted this in the world class group. It's the guy turning around and he's looking at the Mandalorian and Ray's standing next to him and she looks pissed. I'll send it to you
Wait,
guys.
if somebody hasn't done it already, they're gonna find some way to get the salad cat in there at some point too.
Oh,
oh my
Angry
God.
salad cat.
I'm all over it. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
somebody will find some way to make that work. I've seen that meme so many times. Like I just like, okay,
Dude,
how
the
are we gonna do
Anakin-
this one?
The Anakin one.
Obi-Wan, and Yoda one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yes, I've been this one right here. I just sent it to you guys in the private chat so you can use it for a meme template. There you go. Yeah, I like I said, I consider myself to be quite the meme lord, and I was working OT on that last night doing them Ryan Johnson and those memes.
You can never make too many Ryan Johnson memes. Ever.
No, dude, and it was that scene from Joker where he gets hit in the face with that fucking board. So all I did was put the clown wig. I put the Ryan Johnson head on Joaquin Phoenix and put the clown nose and the rainbow wig on him. And you know the board, the sign that the kids steal from Joaquin Phoenix and hit him with in the face. I just put a Phantom Menace logo on that. That's all I did.
Somebody needs to do one
Nice.
where it's a couple of different slides, and it's where they're approaching the Death Star, and Obi-Wan says that's no moon, it's a space station. And instead of showing the Death Star, just show Ryan Johnson's fucking head in the middle of space.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. We
I'm on
just
it.
designed a meme.
I'm on it right now.
Oh, that
I've already
guy.
got Ryan Johnson's gigantic head I can use as a fucking sticker on any of my memes. So
Yeah, he should have played the big giant head on Third Rock from the Sun.
he could have been one of the giant heads in Rick and Morty.
So we'll remake Third Rock from the Sun into a movie, and we'll have Ryan Johnson as the big giant head, and he dies at the end for no fucking reason.
Show me what you got.
Dude, he dies on a rock. He just fucking just vanishes on a fucking rock. now, Ryan,
at it.
now, Ryan, we're doing this for the story. Remember, not for the
Threw a
fans.
rock at it.
The story.
Yeah, but I hit it with a rock.
Did you fix it? No, but I hit it with a rock, man. I did a really good job.
Kind of talking to a microphone. You go, oh, that's beautiful.
He's like, yeah, did you wash my car, bitch, Brian? He's like, no, but I hit it with a rock.
No, I hit it with a rock, though. I did a really good job. I did the best I could, but I really did.
I'm good at other stuff, though.
I'm good at all kinds of jobs.
Except
think we should
Ryan
do
Jobston.
Stories.
What's that?
Florida stories. I think we should do some Florida stories.
Yeah.
You want to do
Let's-
some Florida stories? You guys have anything else you want to cover?
I think we did the
I'm good.
Mandalorian. I did my little Ryan Johnson rant twice today. Actually, 3 times today, because like I said, I had problem recording that video earlier. So I've said my piece about it.
All right, man. Pete, what you got? You got anything else?
No, I actually already released a video during the making of this podcast. So
Dope.
Multitasker.
I just clipped
Look
our
at you, overachiever. Oh my god.
I recorded our Mandalorian discussion, clipped it out and and uploaded it. And I love that freaking clip you use on your videos of the freaking Miami Connection. Oh my god.
That fucking movie is my favorite terrible movie ever made. When I'm having a just complete fuck awful shit day, it's like fuck it. I just turn everything off. Time to watch Miami Connection.
Yep.
Drown out the rest of the world. Watch that movie. It always snaps me out of my funk every fucking time, dude. I tell I've seen that movie quite a few times.
That movie is freaking great.
One of these days, somebody's gonna find a copy of it for me somewhere and like give it to me as a Christmas present because you can't. It's out of print. You can't fucking get it on Blu-ray or DVD right now.
Well, what's also going to get you out of your funk is when we do our fanboys watch party here at Goober Brothers Entertainment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that has yet to be planned, but we will be doing one before the end of this year.
Yep.
So
you got fanboys, and then you got Star Wars Holiday Special, which is going to be my treat. We'll be doing that on YouTube, and then I'll probably also put a couple of watch party Facebook groups in there too. We'll do a couple. I kind of want to do Reefer Madness again. So
I'm down on that one.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. That is a Facebook exclusive though. I could probably do a watch party for that on YouTube though. I need to look into it.
I remember watching that for the first time. I was like, this is not what happens when you get high.
Dude. It's fucking hilarious.
I was like, this is not what happens.
There's a colorized version of that's even worse because all the smoke is green.
Oh my god!
It has green smoke, dude. So bad.
I've been partaking in Mary Jane's flowers for a long time.
Oh, Goober, you've never seen Reefer Madness?
Mm-mm.
Oh, dude, you don't know what you're in for. It was like made in the 40s. It's one of those like movies that's supposed to scare you out of.
It's like, a propaganda movie.
Yeah, drugs are bad and that kind of shit.
Drugs are bad.
They're smoking weed in this movie and it's turning everybody like into like just crazy fucking like zombie type people.
I need to watch this like yesterday.
It's so good.
I got this acid, but I can't do it.
And it's it's all these like idiot white people, and no matter what happens, as soon as they hit the reefer, man, it just makes them like take the worst possible scenario out of everything. It's just amazing.
You remember the one part where the dude is like he's sitting there and they're like at that little party.
He's on the people, dude.
Yeah. Well, the one guy is sitting there and he's like
having a conniption fit.
He's smoking a joint and then he just like starts like he's like going here, I'm gonna turn my camera on because you gotta like see it. He's like he's just hitting and he's like like I was like that is not how it happens, my man.
Movie is it's an hour of this and it's in every scene is just perfect in this movie, dude. Oh god.
Yeah, that is a.
It's public domain, so you can show that anywhere and not get in trouble.
Oh, good. I'm gonna start. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do my goddamn Mandalorian review over Reefer Madness.
You want to get some attention? That's one way to do it. Over fucking Reefer Madness.
I will.
Wait for that fucking video.
I fucking mark it right down. Episode.
I'm gonna be the first one in the comments saying I'm gonna create an account just so I can say. So which one's the Mandalorian? Is it the guy with the fucking green weed coming out of his face?
And if that bitch is on YouTube or something, I'm gonna I will record footage of that and I will voice over and do my Mandalorian episode 2 review with some stills over fucking Reefer Madness. I will do that shit. That'll be happening Friday. I'll be doing that. And you guys
if you get stricken for that, I want to know about it just because it's funny. Oh yeah, Reefer Madness is totally on YouTube. Yeah, we could watch party this shit for sure.
I got this bounty to collect, but I can't smoke it.
It's exactly an hour and 5 minutes long. So we might have to do a double feature with a short or something like that.
Yeah, that's an easy one. I just sent you guys another Moonhead meme.
Cool.
So that's no moon.
But I'm telling you, man, the colorized version is 58 minutes. 58 minutes and 34 seconds long. It's colorization is dumb anyway, but this is
Yeah.
like when it was in its infancy and the shit never quite looked right anyway. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they finally decided to quit doing that shit because it was stupid. But Ted Turner wanted to colorize the whole world.
I'm
This
Ted Turner, and I've
This is one
colorized
of
the
those where you're
moon.
watching, it's like, yeah, flesh doesn't look like that, and especially the green smoke. That's the part that cracks me up. It's like all the reefer has green smoke.
Yeah, I'm missing the bus here. I thought I was getting some good shit, but I've never had green smoke. What the fuck, man? I gotta talk to my weed guy about this shit.
Reefer man is green, bro.
I'm like, yeah, what the hell, man? You better time travel your ass back to 1940, motherfucker.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I'll be like, hang on, let me hop in my DeLorean. I need to hit 88 miles an hour.
That was probably the best part of my all weekend long watch party. It was me and Shake on it, and we were just back and forth about reefer madness, and it was I was having a pretty good time for about a half an hour or so there, and then I had to go, and then when I came back, nobody else returned to the watch party, so I'm like, oh fuck.
Do you hear me?
All right, everybody listening tonight or watching, pay the troll toll to get into that like button. So smash that like button and share this video. Subscribe to Goober Brothers Entertainment. Etep Wokuian is the place to be. Reviews, Raiders of the Lost Flicks, and 2 Cent Toys. While we're at it, we are about to begin our Florida Man segment.
Florida Man,
Lord.
don't
Guys,
you?
I want you all to put your cameras on so I can get y'all's best reaction. And if Sal was on camera, he would just have his bogan.
Bogan would be eating Rose Tico out again.
Oh, God. Memories from 2 days ago.
I've got screen caps of a lot of that. I took pictures of it during the show.
I told him to do a photo shoot of that. Man, he better do that because that was one of the funniest things ever. All right, guys. So, are you ready for 2 Florida Man stories?
Moonsaw is ready.
I got you for 3 minutes, freak show. Ooh, yeah.
All right, guys. Well, Florida man arrested. Shocker. Florida man arrested after allegedly forcing alligator to drink beer.
What?
This comes from Newsweek. 2 Florida men were arrested after allegedly catching an alligator and encouraging it to bite one of the men's arms while forcing it to drink beer, according to a report from TC.
I've had
the
time of my life.
Authorities say Timothy Kepke, 27, and Noah Osborne, 22, were both arrested Thursday after enacting the scheme in Palm City, Florida. The men were charged with 1 count each of unlawfully taking an alligator. It's a felony, mind you.
Is it really?
Yeah, you're not allowed to, unless it's alligator season and you have a permit, you can't do that.
I didn't realize they had to have permits because I always thought all those fucking alligator hunters were nuts anyway. But you actually have to have a permit for that shit too.
The season just ended.
Do you know how many shoes and belts I would have if I lived down there?
You can only shoot 2.
Well, I can make quite a few pairs of shoes out of 2 good-sized alligators.
Most of them are taken alive. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton of rules about alligator hunting. Yeah,
there's a whole fucking TV series dedicated to that shit.
Yeah, and you can only shoot it with like a certain type of weapon. Like you can only have a certain gun to shoot it with. You can't like.
Well, you know which one I'd have? I'd have that one from Predator. Like
you can have like a 12-gauge shotgun and just start blowing all the heads off.
You probably
minigun, the M134.
Unless you're using 12 gauge, unless you're using a slug. I mean, if you're using buckshot, it's not going to really. It'll piss it off.
Do you like on Aliens? Eat this.
No, yeah, you hit it with one of those. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to take those. What are those things called? The
30-06.
No. I've shot deer with those. The fucking what are them? Flame the flame dragon shotgun shells.
Oh, okay. Flame dragon shotgun.
Oh
shells.
yeah, dude. They shoot a fucking flame out when they go. Oh my god, you can't shoot too many of them though because it'll fuck the barrel of your rifle up. But it's almost like a tracer round, but it just shoots a flame. And this Russian dude on YouTube does all these weapons demos, and I watch him use these things. They're called like a fire. It's like a fire breathing dragon or some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. I would love to hunt with those. As bad as that would be. Can you imagine just being out in the woods, gator, or in the swamp, just blast one of those in the woods. I'm used to hunting deer.
Even better. This might be the Florida man within me saying this, but I don't think you're a real man when you hunt unless you hunt with a chainsaw.
Hell yeah. Groovy.
Now there's a bear running around the area where I live up here just north of me. There's a bunch of people around here that hunt bears.
The bear eat honey and wear a hat, like a little red T-shirt.
Fucker stole my picnic basket. No, it's not poo. Stole my picnic basket. No, but so this goddamn bear is so big. Like these dudes are trying to hunt it with dogs, and the goddamn bear would just like kill the dogs. Just like fucking destroy the dogs. So
I would decapitate that bear with a chainsaw if it touched my dog.
Well, dude, I mean, it's funny because like one of my really good friends, his dad raised hunting dogs. They're like blue ticks, and wonderful dogs, but they never they don't come out of their pens unless it's time to go out and hunt or work. And you don't pet them. They sit in their cages. They go in the box in the truck. They go to the woods. They track their game, and they go back in their cages. They get a treat, for doing a good job and stuff like that. But yeah, they're just work dogs.
I was like, ask you something, right, as a native of Florida, have you ever eaten anything that was made out of alligator?
Yeah,
like sausage or gator sausage or anything like what's it taste like?
Chicken.
I was gonna say chicken, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like it's chewier than chicken, but okay. I personally like it. I mean, I've had gator sandwiches, gator bites, gator jerky. I mean, you can. There's
I've seen that in abundance down here, and I was just always wondering. I'm like, what the hell is that taste like?
It's gator tail. It's like there's a lot of meat on their tail, so you don't really eat like anything else. I've had python jerky.
Ugh.
Not bad.
Oh, I fucking hate snakes. Fuck that.
I don't have a problem with snakes. I'll hold a snake. I'll sleep with fucking snakes. I don't like
snakes, but
spiders.
No.
I fucking hate snakes, but the jerky wasn't bad. It was really sweet.
Anyway,
I don't want to get bitten by them, but they don't fucking freak me out that bad.
Fuck snakes, but I like swamp cats or alligators. All right, so the same month, a complaint was received by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission about the incident, which was said to be recorded on video. It's alleged that the video shows Kepke holding the alligator captive while tempting the animal to bite his right forearm before pouring beer into the animal's mouth. The reptile was said to display aggressive behavior when the beer was poured into its mouth. Ah, what a bitch.
So this gator was not a party animal, then I take it.
I want
bite me and drink this beer, you fucking pussy. What alligator's like, what?
Well, there ain't no laws when you're drinking the claw, so they're obviously drinking beer, so there were some laws involved.
Yep, all they had to do was give him a White Claw and he would have been exempt.
Oh, wow.
It says it's not clear what Kepke and Osborne were hoping to achieve by doing this. When police visited Kepke on September 17th, he confirmed that he appeared in the video. Kepke told police that he was not drunk, but did have a couple beers during the incident. After apparently sharing beer with the alligator, the bear released the animal back into the wild.
At least they didn't hurt it.
Oh no, but
they were going to feed it.
I was going to say what they're hoping to achieve: hold my beer. That's what they're hoping to achieve.
So they told the alligator.
Hold my beer. They told the alligator to hold his beer.
Hold my forearm and drink this beer.
Police were unable to reach the alligator for comment, is because they all look the same. And then the alligator sued the department for racism.
That's racist.
That's what I said. The alligator then later sued the department for racism. Everybody was fired. And Kepke and the alligator were later married and had 4 beautiful children.
On September 21st, authorities visited a woman who Kepke had said was also present during the incident. She seemingly confirmed that the incident happened. On Thursday, police arrested Kepke and Osborne, holding them on $5,000 to $2,500 bonds.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine the look on that judge's face at the arraignment? Can you fucking imagine the look on that judge's face? Like just what Pete just did right there. It's got to be about like...
Probably the weirdest thing that happened.
The Sam Hill.
That
They're
judge
probably
is
like, it was just a casual Thursday. Courthouse.
judge is
Well,
like, I
YOLO.
picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
YOLO.
Them Duke boys.
They better grow some wings or start flapping their arms.
They were booked into the Martin County jail.
Had a gator. They didn't even know what they're doing. The one said, "Hold my beer."
They were released the same day they were booked in. So Florida is home to around 1.3 million alligators, and the relationship with humans is complicated.
Is that a Facebook status the alligators have?
Apparently. Although reports of alligators attacking humans in the state appear to be on the rise in recent years, shocker, animals largely do not interact with people, and attacks remain rare. Humans are significantly more likely to harm alligators than be harmed by them, which is true. Last week, the decapitated body of an alligator was found by the side of a Florida road. The animal's head was apparently cut off with a chainsaw. Boom!
There you go. There's your chainsaw, Cody.
Chainsaw. The state does provide hunting licenses to cull thousands of so-called nuisance gators each year. But under normal circumstances, the reptiles are strictly off limits. Florida law states that a person may not intentionally kill, injure, possess, or capture, or attempt to kill. Wait, what did I read? It just repeats itself on the website. Or capture, or attempt to kill, injure, possess, or capture. God, they fucking typo.
Or you can't coax them to bite your forearms while trying to force them to drink a beer either. That's off limits too.
Exactly. But crocodiles are also off limits here at the state of Florida, and the eggs. So,
What if you want to make an omelet and you're out of eggs?
we do have
That's nice.
crocodiles here too.
Aren't those the more?
They're more aggressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say the crocs are more aggressive.
Yeah, American crocodiles. We have them here too. We got everything, unfortunately, in Florida.
Welcome to
yeah.
the jungle.
Here, check this out. I want to do a share real quick here, since we're talking about gators. This happened.
And no, I'm not happy the gator died by the chainsaw. Listeners, if you guys got offended by that, no, I'm not. I just think it's ironic that I was talking about hunting with a chainsaw.
And if you got and if they got offended, because you were talking about a gator you killed with a chainsaw, then don't be a pussy.
But wouldn't it be funny that like you do hunt with a chainsaw in the woods, but what if they made a silencer for it?
That would be fucking awesome. What is this?
This is the fucker that was in my pool. This is part 3. I just wanted you to see how they took this fucker away. This is like bad boys. What you gonna do?
What the fuck?
That's a good little 4-footer right there. That's a good size.
Yeah, this fucker we just saw him floating in the fucking pool one day.
Yeah.
Hey, asshole. Get out of the fucking pool. You got your shoes on.
What pissed me off? He got in the fucking pool before I did.
No,
He
on the pool deck.
wasn't filled with water yet. It's like this motherfucker's squatting in the pool.
Do not pee in the ool because there's no pee in it.
See how they do this shit? They put the tape around his mouth and then he ties this motherfucker up.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like what happened to me last time I got arrested.
They taped your mouth?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't been arrested in 15 years.
That's a story for another time, y'all.
It was a misdemeanor.
But yeah, no, they're
That's fucking crazy.
Alligators. Yeah. The reason why they, obviously so they don't bite you, but alligators bite force while it's strong. It's very, the opening their jaws is not very strong. So you could just hold it with your hands for, a while. But they put the tape around it and they're definitely not opening their mouth. So their tails though, they really can. They can
whip with those, right?
They can. They don't really whip you with them, but they can.
That's what's creepy about these things.
He's like handcuffing his arms back behind him so they don't get around.
He's got the God damn it, boy! You get him.
Shit, this is the first time I've ever seen a fucking gator this close, dude. Like it was in the pool. All right?
I'd have freaked the fuck out. I would have shot the motherfucker. That's just me. Like that's me. Hey, Florida's a stand your ground state. God damn it.
Moved here, man. If actually Actually, the people across the street from our house, this in the driveway here, across the street, they shot a water moccasin out in the middle of the day, and I knew what fucking gunshot sound like, so I went running out front. Lady looks at me, she's like, "It's okay, we just shot a water moccasin." I'm like, "Yep, I'm definitely in Florida."
Rightfully so. Fuck those snakes, dude.
Oh God.
Yeah, water moccasin. But there's like kids out running around and everything. The guy's out there with a little fucking 22, just pat, 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 pat.
Yeah,
He's got net in one hand, 22 in the other hand.
22 pistols are perfect for nuisance removal, man. When I was living with my parents, because they got they live on 40 acres. You want to talk about raccoons, possum, porcupines, anything came up in the yard, it was target practice, man. It was a fucking shooting gallery.
I need to re-edit this video so it has the Bad Boys theme playing over the top of it.
You should.
You should.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boy?
Like I did with that "Thunder in Your Heart" song from the Mandalorian earlier with the fucking the Ugnaught, the fucking training montage.
Right?
I wanted to put that song they use in South Park over there. That's what you call a montage. A montage. Getting things done in a quick manner because we don't have time to show you the whole thing. It's a montage. I think that's what
from movies nowadays. We need to bring back the montages, don't you think? We need to bring this shit back. Yeah,
dude, the Rocky montage before he fought Drago. I mean,
give you like a little break in between like the big segments of a movie, give you some time to breathe, kind of let you relax a little bit, you know. The montage.
My favorite types of montages are when people are gearing up for battle and he shows them like putting their gear on or loading up.
Oh, dude, I know, right? Rambo, Commando, especially Commando. That's my favorite montage because he does all that shit and then he just walks up to the beach in broad daylight and shoots everybody straight on. I'm like, Commando, right?
Why did you paint your face, Arnold? Why did you paint your face?
Front seat?
The Lord of the Rings 2 Towers one's awesome. Aragorn's getting all of his chainmail and shit on.
Look at
Get the squad car, you motherfucker.
He's not putting him in the trunk?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, you're gonna ride in the front seat with that fucking thing?
Call it shotgun, man.
Hey, sweet, he drives a Ram too. Good man.
Ram.
Good man. It's a Ram 1500 Bighorn. Is that an Eco Diesel? Or is that a Hemi?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the badging on the side of the truck. It's a Hemi. It's a Hemi. It's a Bighorn.
Oh my god. So yeah, that was my Gator story.
So you guys ready for the next Florida story, or do you want to talk about? All right.
Absolutely.
So, wait, do I seriously have the same article pulled up in two different windows? What the fuck?
Florida man, pulling those articles because he can.
It's the same story. It just happened twice. Two different newspapers.
How insane would that
be? Wait. We have an update. Michael Kepke arrested again for this time. It's a Me Too case against the alligator. It was inappropriate touching. He slipped something in the alligator's drink. The alligator's friend watched him, and Kepke was arrested again.
Similar news: Epstein killed himself again.
He did not kill himself.
Why did his supercalifragilistic Epstein didn't kill himself a doge?
Oh, we're terrible. We're going to I can't see y'all there. It'll be nice and warm.
All right.
I got to see it at the head table.
So next article. Florida man threatened to chop house guest with machete after not flushing toilet.
I love it already.
So what the fuck are y'all drinking down there?
Yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it
down.
Too much Mountain Dew. So a Florida man was arrested last weekend after allegedly using a machete to threaten a person during a dispute about an unflushed toilet, the police say. Keith Mounts. What a great name.
Mounts Keith. Mounts
the toilet.
An article.
Keith Mounts, 46 of Hudson, was detained on August 24th, approximately 8 p.m. by officers from the Pasco Sheriff's Office, not that far from you, Adam.
I was in Hudson today.
Okay.
I live in Pasco County, dude.
Do you live in Pasco County?
Yep.
You live in Pasco County? Oh, okay. I
do.
thought you lived more east than that. Okay.
Yeah, Land O'Lakes actually is part of Pasco County.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Let's see. Where am I at? Okay. According to the victim, the suspect pointed the large knife in his face and warned that he would chop him over the bad bathroom etiquette.
I'm sure I will chop you over bad bathroom etiquette. Those were his exact words when he had the
This is a besmirchment upon my house, sir, and I will chop you.
That's what I call a shit and run.
Shit and quit.
An arrest report detailing the incident published by The Smoking Gun said the weapon was located in the yard of the suspect's Becky Lane home, where the confrontation occurred. The victim, who was not named, said he had been afraid Mounts would cause harm to him. In the police officer's account of the incident, it was not clear which man failed to flush the toilet after using it. Multiple local media outlets based in Florida reported that it was the unidentified victim.
So who's the perpetrator?
Oh,
EVS would love this story.
Oh, come on. Don't give me any shit now. Let me know who did it.
A Pasco Sheriff's Office spokesperson told Newsweek via email the suspect didn't flush, and when the victim called him on it, the suspect threatened him with a machete. According to the arrest report, goddamn, almost said restroom. Mounts told deputies he had used the machete to defend himself, but when questioned informally, could not provide a reason why he needed to protect himself.
I thought he was going to poop on me.
He's going to drop you in my face.
I asked him if he was shitting me, and he said, I'm about to.
He was going to shit on my chest like it was a Biggie Smalls record.
It gets better. It gets better.
In my general direction.
It gets better. Mounts provided the officers with a very short written statement, which stated, "Shit happened." A housemate told deputies he had witnessed the suspect carrying the weapon in the yard. And in quote, the defendant intentionally and unlawfully threatened to do violence to the victim, the report noted. The defendant had an apparent ability to do so and did point a machete at the victim's face, which created a well-founded fear in the victim that such violence was imminent. The nature of the suspect's relationship with the victim remains unclear. Mounts was taken into custody without further incident and transported to Land O'Lakes Detention Center. Oh, shit! Charged with felony aggravated assault, he was held on $5,000 bond. Only $5,000.
Bake him a cake with a file in it, Adam.
My neighborhood is right across the street from the Land O'Lakes.
Go over and see if you can get on the visitors list for this guy and interview him.
Dude, I so want to interview this guy.
Hi,
I want to get the movie
here.
Right. I would be like Machete 3, starring Danny Trejo, directed by Robert Rodriguez. Machete 3, shit happens.
If you want it to be a real shit show, you get Ryan Johnson to direct it.
No, I'll just have him write it.
His first draft will be done in 2 days.
Yep.
Not even that.
It's scrawled on some toilet paper.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Jail filing said Mounts was born in Ventura, California. So he's not like from Florida. Okay.
That explains it.
Okay.
He's a
California.
like me.
It says in Florida, aggravated assault has penalties up to 5 years in prison, 5 years of probation, and a $5,000 fine, according to the website of Orlando law firm Richard Hornsby. The charge is currently defined in state law as an intentional and unlawful threat against another person with a deadly weapon. Of course, knife threats do not always end without violence. In July, Florida woman Nicole Marion Pelletier was arrested and charged after allegedly stabbing her boyfriend in the chest with a steak knife. Jesus. Sheriff's deputies in Broward County. Oh, Broward County. Okay, shocker.
There's a lot of crime stories out of there.
Yeah. Said the 18-year-old suspect responded violently after her 23-year-old partner taunted her during an argument, telling her, "You don't have the balls to do it."
She's like, "No, but I have the labia."
It was in Broward County. They probably said it in Spanish.
Let's see.
It's a fun counties, but damn, like it's too crowded.
No mas cojones.
And I'm as white as Casper the Ghost, so.
So what's the penalty if you go to jail for threatening somebody who didn't flush the toilet, but then you go to jail and you don't flush the toilet yourself. Is that like double jeopardy?
Oh God.
I can barely get through that sentence.
Oh my God, I love you, Adam.
Likewise, dude.
His cellmate's like, hey, what are you in for, man? Well, I attacked this guy with a machete for not flushing the toilet in my fucking house.
And then you're shitting me. He goes, no.
Cellmate gets out of the bed. Yeah, you're shitting me. No, why don't you flush the fucking toilet here, bitch? Come here, fish.
My favorite thing to do is I drive the grocery store like almost daily, but because I'm either picking up a prescription or something for dinner or whatever. But I see people leaving the police station over there, and I always see that person walking on the side of the road. My favorite thing to do is like make up the stupidest fucking story I can think of as to why they wound up in jail and got let go. I'm always trying to think of myself like, now what did this chuckle fuck do to get incarcerated over the weekend?
Flush an alligator down the toilet.
It's going to be a Cody story.
There was a movie about that. Flush an alligator down the toilet.
It actually happens.
Yeah.
Turned into a movie. It was
great, man. That's some Raiders of Lost Flicks material.
I saw that shit when I was a little kid. I remember that.
Yep. That creeped me out for a while. I'd be like looking behind me, like,
yep. Oh yeah, as a kid, it was like, what the fuck? That in the movie Ghoulies.
Ghoulies, yeah. I was just saying that they had that right on the fucking poster.
Yeah, the goddamn head sticking out the toilet. Oh no, man! As a kid, I couldn't take it.
Be sacred, damn it.
Yep, you sitting there shitting, hovering over the toilet. What the fuck? The Ghoulies down there? No, but they're about to get shitty.
Oh, I got issues with public restrooms anyway, man.
Oh God, yeah.
Whew, no.
I used to drive home from the dealership to go to the bathroom. I lived like not even 5 minutes.
I don't blame you. Yeah,
I tell my boss, I'm like, I'm gonna run back to my house. He goes, I say, yep. I ain't using that public bathroom here. There ain't no motion in hell. You might
there. What's coming out of it? Yeah,
you motherfuckers are disgusting, and so are the customers. I ain't using it. I take my happy ass home.
Oh my God. Well, guys, since this week's episode of The Boardroom is on Goober Brothers Entertainment, I think we should do one more Florida Man story.
Legit. That's what's up.
All right. So, real quick, on another topic, while I find another story, Netflix and Nickelodeon are getting a deal to get Nickelodeon shows on Netflix and create original series. Real quick, for just a minute or two, do you think that's gonna, help against the fight against Disney Plus, or do you think that's gonna be kind of a wet fart?
What was the Netflix and what now?
Nickelodeon.
I don't think it'll put a dent. I don't think it'll make a dent in Disney Plus. I think what's going to make a dent in the streaming wars is the fact that everybody and their mama has a streaming service.
Yep.
So how many streaming services do you have to get to watch the shows you want?
Well, it's gonna be based on who has the best bang. Looking at it as an average customer, who has the best bang for the buck, who has the best shows, the best original content, and the best selection of things to watch from the get-go. Because there's no way that every consumer can subscribe to everything they want, which is why the whole thing stinks. And eventually, you're kidding yourself, because the whole point of Netflix from the get-go was, remember, cut the cord and save some money by just having Netflix, because there's plenty of entertainment there.
Yep.
And just pay whatever it used to be, $15 a month versus 100 and whatever the fuck all it is now. It's like $200 a month base for just basic cable.
I pay like $185
without all the extra channels. If you live some places, they'll include the extra channels, but if you live here in Florida, all of the extra channels you have to pay extra for.
I don't have any movie channels or anything either.
So we dumped all of our movie channels. Like, why the fuck are we paying for this? Because they were constantly playing stuff. They were still playing The Force Awakens like 2 years after it came out. I'm like,
how about no?
watching this shit anymore. It's like they would play that thing like 3 times a day. So I dumped all of that stuff. So we had Netflix and Amazon Prime we have anyway because we order a lot of shit being out here. So we get our money's worth there.
Yeah.
But with Netflix, they're kind of killing it by having a Martin Scorsese original on there. I got to admit. Okay.
Oh, The Irishman?
The Irishman. Yeah. So they got rid of a couple shows that I liked and that kind of made me angry, but they definitely spend a lot of money on their original entertainment.
Yeah.
So whoever's going to win the streaming war is whoever has the best content.
I gotta look at the Netflix and see if I haven't watched it in a while, but see if The Joy of Painting is still on there with Mr. Bob Ross.
Yep.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint a happy little bush right here. And if we make a mistake, remember we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Yeah.
Happy accidents.
Well, what's also a happy accident is Florida man finds grenade while magnet fishing, but drives to Taco Bell before calling cops. Sparks evacuation.
What the fuck? A fucking hand grenade.
You made into a story.
A Florida man caused an evacuation at a Taco Bell in Ocala this weekend after telling cops he drove there with a hand grenade he found while magnet fishing. In social media updates yesterday, officials from the Ocala Police Department advised citizens to avoid the area after it was verified that the device was an authentic World War II hand grenade. It appeared that the man, who was not identified by law enforcement, had waited until arriving at the popular fast food restaurant before reporting his discovery to the authorities. The department said bomb squad experts had to be called onto the scene to remove the grenade, which they fortunately did so without incident. The Taco Bell closed for about an hour. The police Twitter account wrote earlier, "Be advised that the Taco Bell on East Silver Springs Boulevard has been evacuated following a report of an explosive device located in a vehicle on premises." It continued at 5:01 p.m. A caller informed dispatchers that he had found a grenade while magnet fishing in Ocklawaha. Okay. God, these fucking names in Florida. Put it in his trunk and drove to Taco.
Shit, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's, dude, all these names are crazy like that. Put it in
The
his
Taco
trunk.
Bell at Ocklawaha.
Yeah, it's Ocklawaha. So, Taco Bell in Ocala, Marion County, sheriff's bomb squads have responded to ensure everyone's safety. Please avoid the area. Under the Ocala Police Department's Facebook post, commenters were quick to joke about the incident. Several questioned why he waited until getting to Taco Bell to inform the cops. Oh my God.
Oh,
That internet connection.
This reminds me of a
back down.
Disturbed song. It's like, hey guys, have you ever been to Wah? Wah?
Sounds like you're doing something else, Adam, but
I used to be able to do that better. Wah!
Florida man,
Down with the sickness. I love Disturbed.
oh, I'm beat boofing here now.
End quote. But why? The last thing I'd do with a grenade is put it in my trunk and drive around, one Facebook user noted. Another said, "Why does stuff like this happen only in Florida?" Well, that's a good question. It was not immediately clear exactly where the grenade was discovered by the man. On social media, the police uploaded multiple images of the device alongside other rusty objects. Fortunately, in the case, no one was injured by the hand grenade. Of course. Police said it was disposed of properly. It belongs in a museum.
World War II era grenade. Now, first of all, what the fuck is magnet fishing?
I don't know.
What the fuck is that? Like,
I can just picture somebody with a magnet catching scraps off the bottom of the lake or something.
Okay, you know,
I just pictured Charlie Kelly from It's Always Sunny, and like, what are your hobbies? And he goes, magnets.
You know, it's like, I thought the whole point to go fishing was to catch something and say, you won't believe what I caught today. I caught a fucking World War II hand grenade. Oh well, you win.
There's a bunch of trout down there too.
Yeah,
my bayonet.
I caught a 20-pound carp, but who the fuck cares? Am I right? Yeah.
It says it is not the first time the unique pastime has resulted in. Okay, first of all, since when is magnet fishing a pastime?
That's what I don't understand.
I
Sounds
never.
yeah. It's not exactly like collecting stamps, which I also think is like fucking crazy. But magnet fishing, like what are you? What is your end goal if you're a magnet fisherman? Like what constitutes a good time? Finding a hand grenade, going to
dude.
Taco Bell.
I know what it is. Remember the little games with the little fishies? They go around in a circle and you catch them with the little magnet pole. That's what he was doing. He was magnet fishing. All this time, the answer's been right in front of us, and we were fucking too blind to see it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
magnets.
I used to
bitch.
love that. You had like the little blue and the green and the yellow and the red and the orange fishy, and they'd like vibrate. You turn the thing on and go, brrr, and they'd like jump around, and you'd have to like try to catch them with the little magnet fishing pole.
Magnets, bitch.
Magnet fishing, bitches.
That's the pastime right there.
That's what it is.
It says it is not the first time the unique pastime has resulted in shocking finds. Magnet fishing is the process of searching bodies of water for lost or interesting objects using, unsurprisingly, strong magnets. So I guess you're not even looking for fish; it's just looking. So you're basically it's like metal detector, but one that it's a magnet.
Sounds like a really boring fucking hobby.
That sounds like being a scrapper with extra steps.
Yeah, most scrappers are really meth heads looking for fucking money.
Or go to a flea market.
Yeah, that just sounds like scrapping with extra steps.
In August last year in the UK, a family discovered a stash of guns while hunting in the river. And in October 2018, YouTuber Gareth Breyer reeled in an antique pistol, axe head, and knife, local news outlet Kent Online reported. So,
CP, we've been doing the wrong hobbies, man. We need to go magnet fishing.
Magnet fishing and all this
shit.
Yeah,
magnets, bitch.
What do you fish for?
I magnet fish. I caught a lot of stuff off the bottom of the lake, Brian. It's really cool. I got a license plate and a 65 Buick. One time I found a Sherman tank at the bottom of the fucking lake.
Oh, Panzer of the lake. What wisdom have you for me today? I'm a fucking tank underwater. Everybody inside me drowned. What the fuck do you think I'm going to tell you?
oh, sweet, this rock has mica. Oh, no, don't touch it. It's worth money.
I was looking for Excalibur. I was hoping the lady in the lake would make the sword come up out of it.
Oh.
So there you go, folks. 3 Florida man stories in a row.
Excalibur.
Oh, hell.
Oh, God. Guys.
Yeah.
This episode's almost over.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good thing because I can't feel my ass.
Oh, well, maybe
Yeah.
you should go wake it up and go do some magnet fishing.
It's a little cold up here to go magnet fishing right now. There's not ice on the water yet, and I don't ice fish anyway. Everybody's asking me, "Oh, you must really like ice fishing?" I'm like, "No, I don't."
Sport I don't fucking get. But then again, I'm very anti-winter, anti-cold, anti-snow, everything. So people that put a little shanty and fucking cut a hole in the ice, I think they're nuts.
Holy shit! Drunk 3PO's in the chat. Hail, Drunk 3PO in the Phantom Menace. What's up, bro?
Hail.
Hail, Drunk 3PO.
My brother.
Oh, man, he coming right at the tail end of the show today.
Woo.
Bells to the yes.
Oh, Mr. Burner over here tonight, boy.
Man.
And I'm not talking about what I did in the garage before we started.
Oh.
Oh.
Holy shit. Man, Drunk 3PO, if you're able to watch our Florida segments, holy
yeah. I'm going to start doing it. I'll start recording like
Fingers there.
What's going on in here? Well, we had Florida man stories. We ranted about Rian Johnson and
talked about the Mandalorian for a hot minute.
Talks of Mandalorian because I had 2 fucking Mandalorian videos get struck down today. Reviews got blocked worldwide for my content. So 6 hours worth of editing and recording all down the drain for that. So I decided to clip our Mandalorian discussion out here. And I subscribe to your channel.
Phantom Menace.
Yep, Phantom Menace, baby. It's family over here. No, man. So we talked. We had a good. It was a good episode tonight. We're missing one quarter of the boardroom, but
Sal.
But Salvador sends his regards, and he will be back and better than ever, like ESPN 8 the Ocho next Wednesday.
Salvador is here.
You follow me? I think I do follow you on Twitter. Actually, I'm not sure if it's from my personal account or my show page, but I'll drop you a tweet from one of them when I'm never on Twitter though. I don't have time for Twitter.
I don't even have a Twitter.
I have 2 Twitter accounts and I tweet my videos out and that's about it. I got on there. I posted a couple memes on there last night, but that was it. I was bored.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and yeah. That's about it.
Hit me up. I'd love to help the channel out. All right, we'll drop you a line then. Actually, here, fuck it, I'll just shoot you a tweet right now while I'm thinking about it before I go.
How we roll. We'll all wind up the same party someday.
That's what's up.
Yep. And we might as well. Should we talk about what we're doing next year in Nashville?
Nah, I don't know if we should talk about that yet.
We'll wait.
Yeah, let's wait on that.
Let's wait a while. We got plenty of time to.
I don't know if that's supposed to be announced or not, so let's wait before we announce it.
I'm releasing my country record album.
You pulling a Terry Bradshaw there?
I'm gonna pull a Terry Bradshaw. It's gonna be. I'm just gonna go under the name of Etep Twitty.
Etep Twitty.
Etep Twitty.
Hello, darling. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely. Terry Bradshaw was actually on The Masked Singer last year.
He was.
He was good. That motherfucker can actually sing. I'm not
Actually,
even gonna lie. It was this year? I don't know why I said last season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's.
You guys look at the screen right now. You'll see what I would look like as Batman.
Hey, bub.
You can't see the. All right, let's see. You should. Let's see right here. All right,
okay, I'll be in touch. Hit me up on Twitter. You should be at 100 subs.
Let's see, which fucking Twitter account am I in? It's my personal one.
How many Twitter accounts do you have?
Well, I've got one for the.
If your Twitter account was the other bald guy.
I've got my show Twitter account and I've got my personal one here. I'll switch over to the show Twitter account. There. Let's see. I'm pretty sure who's got me. Let's see. Let's see. Of course, Pablo Hidalgo has me blocked. Brian Johnson or Brian Young. Really? Oh yeah, Pablo Hidalgo blocked me because I follow Comicsgate, and same thing with Brian Young, the Fandom Menace and Comicsgate. They blocked me right away.
You ever tweet anything at them, or do you just because you follow them?
I don't think I ever really interacted with either of them. I really know
considered hate groups.
Yeah,
Brian Johnson's a pussy.
Oh yeah, so is Pablo Hidalgo, and so is Bryant Young. Bryant Young's the one that got caught in the chat with an underage girl. On those like private chats and shit.
Like I said, man, these people that holler the most about this kind of stuff, they're the ones that are just vying for somebody's attention. There's definitely insidious intentions behind the scenes there. It's all going to come out someday.
This is a weird world of entertainment we live in.
Yes.
Man, oh man! But
a lot of this is, I don't know if we ever mentioned it, but it's their half-assed apology for the whole Me Too movement and the Weinstein stuff, and their way of trying to make it right is preaching to everybody about what's right and wrong now, and it's just the irony of it all.
Irony. I mean, like magnets.
Magnet, bitch.
Are we talking about magnet fishing again? God damn it.
You know what we need to do?
I'm not magnet fishing in the snow, motherfuckers. I'm telling you that right now. I don't like the snow as it is. I definitely don't like the ice.
The
snow and ice together, not a good thing.
The best idea for a Phantom Menace get together. Magnet fishing in Florida.
Magnet fishing in Florida. Yep. I want to come down there during alligator season. Now I'm gonna I got some purple alligator shoes. I need some different. Yeah, dude, I have purple alligator shoes. I wear them when I perform weddings.
Stop talking.
What, man?
Purple alligator shoes.
All right, hey, thanks for stopping by 3PO. I'm tweeting you right now.
Yep, you got platform shoes with goldfish in them too?
No, not. I wish I did. I'd wear them bitches.
Big old fur coat where the collar is bigger than the tops of your ears.
I want a Joe Namath for
Dude, you
fur
see
coat.
that movie? I was telling you about it. I just watched it recently. Slapshot.
Yes.
All of Paul Newman's clothes in that movie, dude. All of them. He looks like fucking Barry Manilow on steroids. It's ridiculous. He's got this big fucking fur coat, and like the collar of it looks like a squirrel just kind of died on his shoulders and stayed there. You know, it's ridiculous. All the clothes in that show are just hideous, man.
There, I just shot 3PO a tweet.
Everybody's wearing like medallions, and they got like the collars over top of their jackets. You know, that was a thing for a while.
I did that a couple years ago. I was messing around. I went to I can't remember where I went. I looked like freaking Ray Liotta from Goodfellas. I had my leather coat on, and I had a white dress shirt under it with my dress pants and everything. I had the collar over my
It made it funnier as you walk into every bar talking like Carlos Briganti. Carlito. Carlito Brigante.
Oh shit, man! I hang out with my buddies, and it's like blood in, blood out. I'm like Mikolo. I'm the only white dude.
Yo, Carlito.
And with all the essays.
Yes, man.
Oh my god!
Oh hell!
Can't stop thinking about magnet fishing. What
I'm
would be the
hungry.
coolest thing to find besides the Titanic? It's already been found. but-
Excalibur.
Excalibur.
I want that.
You could
I want
probably
that.
find that in Florida.
I want that ring that old bitch threw off that boat in Titanic.
I want the door.
The pearl of the ocean.
I want the
Pearl of the
floating door.
I just want to have the pearl of the ocean so I can clutch it every time somebody says something that offends me.
I want the flute that Captain Picard played. And
Find
Oh God, we've descended into madness.
Slap Happy is kicking in.
It is.
oh my god, this would actually be a pretty good stream if we just did dumb shit like this the whole time.
Isn't that what we did?
I think so.
No, we at least had a schedule written out.
Hey.
Pen that I got at church.
You followed it religiously too, bro.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. So, everyone tuning in, thank you very much for listening or watching. This has been episode 2 of The Boardroom, featuring Raiders of the Lost Flicks and Etep Wokuian is the place to be reviews, with honorable mention 2 Cent Toys by Salvador Perez. And this is Goober Brothers Entertainment coming at you with another Boardroom. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in, y'all. Please make sure to subscribe to all of our channels. Hit the bell for notifications. Please, please, please stay strong, Fandom Menace. Stay strong. Stay golden.
Pony boy.
But not like Snoke's robe. Just
Or-
stay strong.
Or an R. Kelly
Golden.
party.
Or dang it. Good night, everybody. Lincoln
Good night.
Lex. Lincoln Lex is late. Oh
God
my
damn it.
Oh
Damn it,
my
Alex.
Oh my
Damn it, Alex. You had one job to do.
Oh my god, whose kid is this? Were you too late being at Taco Bell?
Did he take a hand grenade to Taco Bell, or was he out wrestling with a gator and trying to feed it beer?
Maybe he's magnet fishing at Taco Bell for grenades.
Oh fuck. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Love, peace, hair grease.
Oh shit.